What's up, G Show Land, and welcome to another episode of the G Show Podcast. I am G1, and this is the Geek Out. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it through another wonderful work week. If you call it wonderful, I call it horrifying. But it all makes up for this Friday's Geek Out. There is shit to be talked about. I can't wait. Let's get into it. The co-host, the cohort, started with my brother from Idaho, JR. Yeah.
Be a man.
My bad. JR is actually doing his damn thing right now at Gem State Comic Con. Whether he joins or not remains to be seen. The invite is open. But shout outs to JR. Do your damn thing out there at Gem State Comic Con, brother. We miss you, but we got none but love for you. You're going to crush it. The cohorts right now, starting with my right hand when it comes to Godzilla on the block party, even though it's the Geek Out. G73, a.k.a. Megzy, a.k.a. my brother Chase. How the hell are you?
Hey, man. It's going great. JR, dude, you're going to crush it, dude. Good luck. We love you, dude. We'll be here when you're back. We can talk and all that. We're excited for you. Other than that, I'm doing good. Nice. And I mean, it's hot, but, you know, it's all right.
Next up, from the great state of the tri-state, because that is a damn thing, we got my brother right now, where the orange and blue skies are, Shin Rob, a.k.a. Robbie Butterfuko over there.
Robbie Butterfuko over here with a beer. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. JR, my brother, my cousin, my sister, probably. Good luck today. I know you're going to fucking crush it, my guy. Be yourself and eat the ass of those questions. There we go.
Nice. And last but definitely not least, you know, Johnny come lately to the show. That's not true, but good God, talk about cutting it close last minute. My Sim from another crib, Gam Z1. How are you?
We are Gam. What's up, everybody? It's Friday. Just got done playing Doom the Dark Ages. We're going to get into that later on in the podcast, watching the credits roll as we speak. Thank God the heavy metal doesn't play during the credits.
It does not.
All right. Wait. All right. Let's start off. Let's start off with, I guess, the news of the week. Honestly, because the big one dropped this week, and that was El Superman trailer. As I mess around here, bam! Look up in the sky. The Superman trailer drops this week, ladies and gentlemen. The shit is at something like fucking 40 million views. I know that might be an exaggeration, but the view count is ridiculous right now in the 2 days it's been out. It's probably one of the most viewed superhero trailers ever. And that's not even a joke. Remember when like GxK or GvK hit like a certain amount of fucking millions right off the bat?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Superman blew that shit out the water. It's insanity that this trailer is hitting the numbers the way it's hitting. But is the trailer good? Rob, what say you?
Yeah. If the first trailer was the nice cupping of the balls, a little bit of a ticklage going on in there, this was just like the full-on grab your dick and rip it off your body because, fuck. It shows quite a bit. It does, but it doesn't show a lot to a point where it's like, I know what's going to happen. I know how this is going to play out. It gives a little bit of airtime to everybody. You get more of a peek under the hood of what this movie's going to be tackling socially, politically, the whole 9 yards, and even personally for that of Superman himself. And I love it. It's not fucking washed out edgelord bullshit. It's bright. It's hopeful. It's got a little bit of a wrench thrown in there for some drama. I'm there. Thursday night. I'm there.
I hear that. I mean, There is so much in that trailer I want to break down, man. It's so much fun. But Brother Chase, what about you? What did you see in that trailer?
You know, I keep going back and forth. Sometimes when I look at it, I get excited, and then sometimes when I look at it, I get a little like put off by it. But I am still excited to see it from that last trailer. But like I'm kind of worried about is the trailer felt like it was trying to. I don't know. I guess to summarize it, I just hope this movie knows what it's trying to do and it doesn't drag on and become convoluted. But I'm on board for it. I'm excited for it. It looks cool. I just hope that it's not going to be like really cool in the first half and then boring throughout the last until the very end. And that's what I fear from this trailer. It just feels like it drags, but I'm not like dismissing the film. I'm genuinely open to this movie, and I'm really curious to what we're going to experience with it.
I hear that. Gams, your thoughts on the trailer?
Ladies and gentlemen, Chase's words withstanding, but for those who think that superhero fatigue is real, no, it's not. All you need is a really good script and some good actors and a good fucking movie. Or in this case, a really good fucking trailer. And that's exactly what they gave us, you know? I loved like nearly every second of this trailer personally. I loved how it opened up with the interview. I love that there was a lot less crypto in this one than there were in the past few trailers. Because it had me worried that the dog was just going to be like the center focal point. But the dog's still there, and I really liked the kaiju battles that they teased. I can't wait to see that full fight on the big screen because this is going to be a day one for me personally. You know, Snyder cultists in the comment section of the trailer itself withstanding and on Twitter. Good God.
That's it?
I do think it's really funny that the villain's name is the Hammer of Borova. I don't know how you say his name, but I play Curse of Strahd for D&D, and the land you were playing is Barovia, and it's spelled exactly almost the same like that. So when I saw that, I couldn't help but chuckle.
Maybe they're related.
Maybe. If I had to like nitpick anything, it'd probably be Lex Luthor because he seems a little young. Like his voice is a little high pitched. He's got the look, but he looks a little young. You know? Maybe
Nicholas Hoult is a great, phenomenal actor. I kind of
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, nitpick. If I had to nitpick.
I can see
I see that though. I see where Andrew's coming from.
Listen. No offense to my guy, but he's definitely a better Lex Luthor than fucking
Jesse Eisenberg?
Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, absolutely. Anything would have been better than him.
Yeah, I don't think that's Eisenberg's fault. I think that was you got to blame Zack Snyder for that one. But you know, come on, man, come on. For me, this trailer really fucking rocked. You know, and what really drove it home was the idea of Lois Lane interviewing Superman, damn well knowing that that's her boyfriend, right? So you got to play it off. And I love when she's like, "Wait, you serious?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You want me to interview?" "Of course." She was like, "All right."
And then it leads into an argument.
No. Then he does the Superman voice. Look, you gotta understand. We all know here that Batman voice, right? You know,
yeah.
Rain, and then it's Batman. I never, ever heard a Superman voice. This dude put a Superman voice. He said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. No. How can I be of service?" What?
Dude, no, that's Christopher Reeve to a T. If you remember Christopher Reeve's performances, you know, his Clark Kent was vastly different from how his Superman was.
but only because what he did and the greatness of Christopher Reeve was he would fumble and bumble his lines. You know, he would really play up that country bumpkin character as Clark Kent. And then Superman was just exuded with confidence, you know, he was just suave. But the voice never really changed. That was like this dude was high pitched, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hello, Lois." Or what did he say? "Let's go, Cronkite." Whatever he said, I cracked the fuck up.
And then he's just like, Miss Lane.
Yeah, yes, but that's what fucking caught me off guard. I was like, "Holy shit! Wait, James Gunn made him have a Superman voice?" Oh, listen. From that point on, every character has to have alter ego voices now. Like, I'm not even fucking around when I tell you this.
I mean,
Wonder Woman needs to sound different than Diana. Bruce Wayne better sound different from Batman. Fucking listen. Well, Guy Gardner is Guy Gardner. He could be whoever. I'm just saying, I was blown away by that.
not to bring the other guys into this, but Spider-Man did that pretty well with how he like both Tom Holland and Miles in the Spider-Verse movies, they turn up the New Yorker accent to like 11 when they're around people that they don't want to know their identity.
I guess I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. But it doesn't count. It doesn't count. It's still their voice. I'm saying this dude changed the tone of his voice. Like he straight away deep with it. He almost was Batman. Oh my God. You put a motherfucking cape and cowl on him. He's Batman. Super bad. Super bad. That being aside, I loved it. I can't lie. But the trailer itself was dope. The spec, they had a fucking fight. They argued. It felt genuine. Like
can we just shout out Paul Kent? Just shout that guy out for actually being alive and you know, being an actually, you know, helpful father figure rather than dying in a tornado.
You know what's messed up? The only thing I didn't like about this trailer was actually Ma Kent. I shined your boots for you. I said, "Oh God, no, don't do that to poor Ma Kent." I said, "Don't do. I shined your boots for you." No. And I get that from Kansas, but come on, man, take it easy, bring it down. Come on, James Gunn. Not everything got to be funny, James Gunn. Not everything got to be funny.
I didn't think it was very funny. I thought it was sweet and wholesome. His mama washed his shoes for him.
I don't know why I found it as. I guess I found it cringy because in every iteration of Ma Kent, never, not once have I ever heard that real Southern accent. And I was like, "Is that the maid?" It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? I digress. One.
That's one.
Outside of that, there are some really cool shots in this trailer that it gives more it makes more sense when you watch that first teaser. Like for instance, Superman in that glass box and he's trying to punch his way out in the first trailer. How come he can't get out of that? But then you see in this trailer Metamorphose behind him sitting in a chair and he's doing some kryptonite shit. Oh, dude, that was dope. So now these people are beating Superman up. I love the fact that we got to see the engineer, even though, listen, and this is a nitpick. Sorry, it's the comic book geek in me, okay? It's the comic book geek in me. The engineer is silver, not black, not mottled black. She doesn't look like a fucking pavement on the road. She is silver. That's my whole house. But I digress. That's 2 already, 14 minutes in. I am very interested in Gams. Maybe you might know something or not. Who the hell is the guy when they're bringing Superman in the cuffs with the U on his chest?
It's a fan of Ultraman from the alternate universe where Ultraman is like Superman, but he's a dick.
That's what I was like. I was like, is that supposed to be him? Is that supposed? Oh man, I was like, okay. I don't know what James Gunn has up his sleeve, but I do know this. Trailer was dope. Trailer was fire. Give me kaiju all day. And just this morning found out and this is a spoiler, just this morning found out in a playset, the battle for the Fortress of Solitude, apparently, Superman and Krypto fight a Yeti. The abominable fracking snowman. Are you
They
kidding?
are in the North Pole.
Listen, everybody here knows, y'all know. Look, this is why Aquaman 1 is such a fantastic movie in my eyes. Because at the end, it brings the fucking Leviathan up. And it's a giant kaiju blowing shit up. Not to mention that there's a lot of Star Wars-esque shit that's happening, except it's under the sea. So I loved it. James Gunn has a fetish for kaiju. Have you noticed this? Especially in DC. You had Giant Starro in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Now you got this giant salamander monster thing, right, in Metropolis.
Maybe handling the DCU was a mistake and he should have handled the Monsterverse.
Or Superman, Supernova, the crossover you never expected. GxK Justice League coming
The
soon.
movie.
You come on, man, give it to me. I'm sorry, I'm excited. I'm sorry. There was a lot to dissect in this trailer that I really thought, all right, here we go. When they're arguing, Lois Lane screams something about you didn't tell, oh, the Secretary of Defense is coming after you. They show Rick Flag Sr. Holy shit. Right? Oh, is that what it is? You didn't tell the president. They showed Lex Luthor. Now, I think that's a cheap trick, right? I'm not sure, but I want to know what y'all think. I think that's a cheap trick.
I think he's the president in this world.
I'd be shocked if they made Lex Luthor president in this world. But I like it at the same time. Because President Luthor in the comics, I always thought was a great thing. What does Superman do? At that point in time, it was truth, justice, and the American way. You know? It wasn't until, I want to say, 5 to 10 years ago, they dropped the American way thing, and it was just like truth and justice and the humanity way, or whatever they did, whatever they decide to use. And that's one of those things that worked in this trailer. Superman is saying, yo, I stopped the war. She was like, yeah, but who authorized you to go into that? Oh, God. Look, I heard through the grapevine that scene is about 8 to 10 minutes long. Them having that back and forth conversation, the interview. If that is the case, but it's a back and forth like that, you're not God. You have to kind of sort of abide by our rules. I'm in, man. I cannot wait to see that. But outside of that, man, what was some of your favorite things you've seen in the trailer? I was going to say JL, but I mean Chase.
I mean, I love the kaiju stuff. I love pretty much everything I saw. I mean, it looks entertaining. It looks like a very chaotic movie. I like that I'm getting the sense that it feels like this movie is a tale of his redemption. It seems like we're going to get part of his downfall and then how he rises up, which could lead into Lex Luthor maybe winning politically to be president. I think that's really cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of really fixated on Nathan Fillion, who was the dude with the bowl cut.
Yeah,
I don't know. What'd you say his name is?
His name's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
Yeah, I think. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm down to see him. I mean, I've always had a soft spot for him, but I mean, I'm also a sucker for cute dogs, and Crypto looks adorable. I just, I don't know. Other than, like I said, my biggest concern is I just hope it doesn't feel like it drags or it becomes pretentious. But maybe that's the point of this at the same time. I'm not sure. But I mean, the kaiju fight is my favorite thing. I mean, you guys know me. We're kaiju fans. Giant monsters are the cupcakes, the chocolate chip cookies. But yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know what else I could really say.
Gotcha. Rob, what were some of your favorite things in the trailer?
Definitely seeing more of the kaiju fight, not to parrot everybody else, but definitely seeing more of that, seeing a little bit more of Crypto. I was really just drawn to Lex Luthor as a whole because it's weird because he's a villain, quote unquote. You kind of expect to know where this dude is coming from, but at the same time, I don't know where he is, if that makes any sense. Because you brought up, could Lex Luthor be the president, or is he just plain old fucking Lex Luthor? I have a lot of money. Get on your knees. Oh, that type of shit. I don't know. I just have a weird draw to that because it's like, I know why you hate Superman, but why do you hate Superman? Like, what is the action for you in this movie beyond politically smearing him? So I really like that. Honestly, my favorite thing isn't what I saw; it's what I heard. It's the music again. The music,
Yeah.
It caught me just like it did in the first one. Like, it hooked me right in the heart. Because, it's not brash. It's not overly loud. It doesn't do the Hans Zimmer fart into a trumpet directly into a tin trash can.
It's not Junkie XL.
Well, Junkie XL is just white fucking noise with fucking whatever the fuck. I'm sorry. But it just has so much soul to it. And the music just really helps make everything I'm seeing feel all the more interesting and important. So, yeah, I mean, I saw so much in this trailer. I mean, there's so many other heroes that we're going to see. Nathan Fillion as fucking Green Lantern, Guy Gardner. I mean, that is such a wish list pick, and seeing it happen is just hilarious and awesome. There's so much I could say that I loved, but it really is just that fucking music.
I hear that. Gam, some of your favorite things in the trailer?
So I'm just going to be different than everybody because everybody's just said the kaiju. So I'm going to say my favorite thing was just a little moment where Superman just makes a little joke. Hey, eyes up here. And he just flies up. I don't know.
Took it from me. All right, go run with it. Run with it.
I don't know who he was talking to. Probably one of his more human-sized enemies. I don't know. I don't remember who exactly he's fighting other than the kaiju and Lex Luthor. But I just found that moment so charming, and it's so Clark, and it's nice to have a Superman that feels like he could be a lighthearted hero again and not a brooding, edgy alien boy.
Yeah. I feel that. I really do. My favorite things is that hey, eyes up here. The snap. He's definitely talking to the kaiju. That's definitely at the kaiju. And I dug that. The end where he gets up and then he flies. I thought this shouldn't have been in the trailer. He gets up, he flies up, and it's like, look up, and then all of a sudden he's flying back down. Like he got knocked back down. You shouldn't have showed that in the trailer. You should have showed him flying up in the air. But yeah, some of my favorite things again is like stuff we've seen. The thing with Lois and Clark or Superman, the interview, really well done. Seeing Metamorpho in that fucking, in that cell making kryptonite was crazy. Mr. Terrific with the T-Spheres. Come on, bro. Come on. I don't even fucking rock with the JSA like that, but I'm totally down because, Mr. Terrific right now is like not the leader of the Justice League Unlimited in the comic books, but he's like the head honcho, him and Red Tornado. It was good. It was really good. Why Homegirl took a selfie of Superman and a fucking monster or whatever. It's stupid shit like that, but it worked because it makes sense in today's time. I'm just.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I do not fear for this movie. I do not fear. I think this is going to be good. And honestly, I think this dude, and I remember back in the day when he was announced, Brother Chase over here was making fun of him the entire time.
Corn sweat.
Corn sweat guy. I think he's got what it takes to hold the mantle of Superman for however long this is going to go.
I definitely feel like now that I've seen more of him play in the trailers, like I have more faith in his Superman. I do feel like maybe his face is still a little bit more Ken doll-ish, but he's very pretty boy, which I guess that is, I guess just I'm not, I maybe that's just Superman's recipe, but. I mean, like I said, I'm on board with this guy now. I do wish I knew how to pronounce his last name correctly.
Stroganoff.
Stroganoff. One thing I wanted to say was I've been seeing people talk about like the differences in the last trailer with this one. And there's that topic of like when he's walking through the crowd and people throw stuff at him and he doesn't blink.
Yeah, he doesn't flinch in this one.
Yeah, I like that a lot better. I like that he doesn't flinch. I like that it shows that he has some type of either grief or guilt or some type of disappointment in him where it doesn't sway him that it's like he feels like he deserves this type of reaction and punishment. And I don't know, man. You have me thinking about Lex Luthor being president, and I feel like it's all politically against him, and I kind of really dig that.
Yeah, that scene in particular when he gets arrested. Oh my God! First off, when that fucking dude with the U on his chest grabs him and throws him in the ground, and he actually fucking goes into the ground. I'm like, okay, Dragon Ball Z, take it easy.
Right.
But no, that scene of him getting arrested and like walking up the steps to be on trial or whatever, that was a very BVS moment when he goes to Congress, like gives himself up, and then the bomb and all the stuff. That's not a spoiler. You didn't see BVS. Whew, that movie's only been out for 10 years almost. But yeah, now listen, this Superman, this trailer was dope. It definitely got me. I'm hooked. I can't wait to see this. And I can't wait to see more of James Gunn's, DC universe. I mean, shit, I forgot. I totally blanked. I should have had fucking Peacemaker trailer up in here because that shit was fun. And you see Hawk Girl and Green Lantern actually having a conversation whether or not to put Peacemaker in the fucking in the group. Was crazy.
A question for you guys. Do you guys not to change the subject back to Superman or anything like that, but I was just curious. People are talking about crypto being like overused or oversaturated. Do you guys feel like that's going to be a problem in the movie?
I'll say I don't know, because in the trailer I've only seen crypto twice. One in the first trailer where he basically saved Superman, and then that extended scene that they did in Brazil where
right,
he's jumping on him and stuff. That's a scene. And then you got a dog and he's laying on his chest. I don't think this movie's about crypto. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But but I could be wrong. It could be about a guy and his dog. Who knows?
Hey, nothing more American than that.
All right. What about you, Games? A lot of crypto or no? Gams went and left. All right, Rob. A lot of crypto or no?
Hopefully not. Honestly, I mean, the dog is cute. Don't get me wrong, and it looks like he's gonna fuck shit up. I hope it's. I hope he's sparingly used. I should say.
That's how I also hope he is sparingly used.
All right. I guess we're all in agreement there. Sparingly used. Well, that'll be it for our take on Superman. As real quick, Dorky Films comes in. Superman is back, baby. You damn right he is. But from one superhero to another, different universe completely. But my God.
Oh,
Spider Noir. Whoa! No pun intended. Looks amazing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't get it twisted. I got caught up in there. There are a bunch of trailers for this out right now. I think the official one is like 35, 36 seconds long, maybe. I think that's the official one. But man, some of the other ones I've seen that incorporate that trailer into this AI stuff, unbelievable. But I can't believe this is happening. I really can't. I mean, I've known it's been happening, but I still can't believe this is actually happening. Spider Noir? Are you kidding? From where? Where does this come from? Who wants this? Apparently everybody. And Amazon has answered the call. That being said, I'm going to leave it up to the panel. Starting with you, Games, because you are the resident comic book geek like me. What do you think of this?
Oh, dude. It's only 30 seconds, but this shows so much promise. From the minute I heard that they were going to do a live-action Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage, I was on board. I was on board from the get-go. I still have Amazon Prime to this day, just waiting for the show to drop, among other reasons, of course. And this satisfied me because the suit looks phenomenal. And this is just like, I think it's even like proof of concept footage, like test footage. I don't even know.
Time out. I got a docking a point from Games. Docking a point.
Okay.
Phenomenal. That's not a Spider-Man adjective. You got to use Spider-Man adjectives, okay? Come on.
Amazing, spectacular.
Okay, you don't got to use all of them. Relax. Come on.
Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Throw it at us.
Superior, even.
That's a good one.
That was a good one, yes.
But I'm excited. I am excited. I don't know about any of y'all.
I'll tell you right now, I'm excited. My excitement levels are a tangled web of excitement. Oh, see what I did there? Brother Chase, you just recently watched this thing. What did you think of Spider Noir?
Oh, dude, I'm down for Nick Cage in a noir style, gritty, dark Spider-Man movie. They've been showing the animated Spider-Man films across Spider-Verse and stuff like that on TV the past couple days, and I've been watching them, and the first one and all that, and I really like Spider Noir. I think Nicolas Cage is a great choice for that. But what I really like about this trailer is I just feel like it's going to be gritty. It's going to be like, I feel like it's going to be an R-rated Spider-Man. And I'm kind of hopeful for that. Now, if it is, I don't know. But it is Prime. So we'll see. But I'm on board. I mean, I dig I love noir style type stories. I don't really like black and white, but I get it. But like, you know, back in like the early 1900s and stuff, when, you know, the type of premise this movie's around, the mafia style stuff, I dig it. I'm on board.
Nice. Yeah, no, listen, I totally like the black and white as the resident 616. That suit looks so good, says Spider-Man. God help Uncle Ben in this universe. Good Lord, why'd you bring that up? I mean, no, Rob, what do you think about Spider Noir?
I've loved this character since he was in Shattered Dimensions. He was the reason I bought the game, just because he looked cool. And then the game ended up being fucking fire and peak and all that other stuff. When Nicolas Cage was announced as the voice for Noir in the Spider-Verse films, I was like, yeah, that's great A fucking casting. Finding out that he was going to be playing the character in a live action fucking show, movie, whatever the fuck, I was even more excited because it's like, finally, Nicolas Cage in a noir toned anything. That's a yes in my fucking book from the jump, Spider-Man or not. And after watching the footage, seeing the suit, excuse me, I digress. That's one. And then just seeing the footage in and of itself, this just looks, smells, and tastes like a fucking home run right out of the park. You've got so many fucking elements working for this project. Nicolas Cage as a crime-solving fucking Spider-Man. Fire. The action looks cool. The suit is on fucking point. I really can't see a down point, save for that I don't have Amazon Prime. I might have to start up a subscription just to watch this because I want to watch this officially and give him my money. Because Nicolas Cage, Spider-Man Noir style filmmaking, bro, it's money in the fucking bag. This was something I was hoping to see after the first Spider-Verse film dropped. And now I'm like actually getting it. That doesn't happen very often. And yeah, dude, like I'm there for it. I hope the score is right out of the fucking noir era of filmmaking. Nicolas Cage is so like I can already see and hear that the man is going to embody everything that a noir star, bars, everything that a noir star like is. Because Nicolas Cage, he goes 110 for all of his fucking roles, whether you think it's peak, whether you think it's cringe, I don't give a shit. This just seems like a perfect vehicle for Nicolas Cage in superhero media.
It's funny, we just spoke about Superman, and Nicolas Cage was going to be Superman, was Superman in the Flash, got bit by that Spidey he was fighting, and bam, falls into this multiversal universe, and now is Super Spider Noir. That's a terrible.
So why doesn't he fly?
Oh, because, you know, he's got webs now.
You right.
Yeah. You know, one of the best things about noir movies and stuff is that heavy, smoky, visuals, right? Like the black and white, always obviously sign of the times. But I tell you, man, some of my favorite things about noir films is the dialogue. And I cannot wait to hear, if they go that route, because he is a Spider-Man, a quippy Nicolas Cage in the fucking, early 1900s. Like, all I want to hear is, instead of, here's looking at you, kid, here's webbing at you, kid. I'm like, yes. Or here's webbing your eye, kid. Like, dude, I am so fucking down for the goofy aspect of it. And I don't mean goofy in a bad way. I just mean, it's Nicolas Cage one, right? We know he can get down being goofy. We know. We've seen it. It's Spider-Man property. So, yes, wrap it all up in a bundle. My craziest, like, the thing I can't believe the most is it's on Amazon. This is coming out on Prime. And I'm over here like, oh, shit, okay. Amazon Prime, MGM. Isn't that the competition for Sony? I don't know. I don't care as long as I get it. And Spider-Man is in black underwear. I'm with it.
Well, I'm interested. Like, isn't this still technically Marvel? Like, it has to be. So why is it not on Disney Plus?
Because Spider-Man is owned by Sony.
Yeah.
The film rights.
Are the other Spider-Man movies not on Disney Plus?
No, there are. They got the Spider-Man movies.
Okay, I just may not understand how it's all working then.
So Disney Plus couldn't make this flat out. Right?
Right.
They couldn't. They can't make, except for, I think, cartoons, because they've been doing the cartoons. But they can't make, like, live-action Spider-Man stuff. Sony still owns the right to that.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand now. That's why Tom Holland stuff is Sony and not Disney. And
it's a joint venture with Tom Holland.
Right? I gotcha.
That's why Sony keeps making these crazy ass crappy movies like fucking Madam Web and Craven, even though Craven wasn't that bad, it was just boring. Venom, on the other hand. Sorry, Games. Sorry. But yeah, listen. I can't wait for this. And what is this supposed to come out in November? Did I hear that right? I thought I saw something that said
2026.
Never mind.
Yeah, I heard it was next year.
It might be November of 2026.
Or it
Could be.
It might be May 2026, just to fuck with my GTA 6.
Well, we all know GTA 6 is coming out in October of 26.
I'm gonna fight you, Chase. You better stop.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's just how Rockstar works. We're already at the third delay. We got one more coming.
No. You better stop that shit.
They want
Listen,
that
man.
holiday pay, man. They want that holiday pay.
He was right once. He might just be right again.
Yeah, I told you GTA was going to get delayed. Thank you, Rob.
It's true.
That angers me to no fucking. You have no idea.
Welcome to the fucking club. I've been waiting for Metroid Prime 4 since 2007.
That is true. That is true. At least Rockstar has given me some things I can work with over the past 10 years.
Well, so is Metroid, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that when that game drops. But
Absolutely.
all right. Speaking of games, switching it up here. Okay.
Oh boy. Oh.
Oh,
Dun, dun.
I love this sound.
Gotta hit it with a wicker drum. Ugh.
Is Doom the Dark Ages Doom or doomed?
All right.
I'm gonna start with you, Rob, since you've been playing this shit since Monday, right after Raw, ladies and gentlemen.
same.
Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. I sped away from that very quickly, and I do apologize. So, is Doom the Dark Ages Doom or doomed? Well, I can say after one full fucking ultraviolence run and starting my pre-nightmare run today, this is very much Doom with a new coat of paint. Heavy on the fucking paint, because this is Doom. This is 100% Doom. But like we saw with 2016, like we saw with Eternal, it's got a lot of new bips and bobs, but what works for it is simply just that this has been built up to over the last 2 games. We've heard about the major story going on here within this game, and probably more through the last 2 games. So
Yeah, through their lore.
yeah, and I genuinely couldn't look a Daft Dragon in the face and say that this isn't Doom, because this is absolutely fucking Doom. It's just, when you look at Doom on a basis, on a platform here, it's the same game over and over again. Doom 1 and Doom 2 could be put on the same cartridge, the same disc, and if you didn't know, you wouldn't know any better.
The OG ones.
Yeah, the OG ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
And when it comes to bringing that into the modern day, you have to inject some new into it. Yeah, I digress. That's 2, 3. I don't know. We're tied.
We're tied.
When you bring something like that into the modern day, you have to introduce something new into the gameplay loop, into the mythos of it all, because you can't just ship a game that's nothing but run, jump, shoot. I mean, you could. You absolutely could. But it needs to survive as a franchise, because Doom in and of itself is a franchise. So when it comes to the major question being asked, is it Doom or doomed? I say it's fucking Doom. I could not stress that fucking enough. This is Doom in a prime medieval fucking setting with a whole bunch of shit going on, some of which you've seen, some of which you haven't seen, and quite a bit that you didn't fucking expect. Because between Monday and today, not even a full fucking week, I played this game from start to finish, ultra violence, had a lot of fucking fun, and I had my mind blown more than a few fucking times with what's going on here. Because this game, since it has the ability, since it has the red carpet, we'll call it, rolled out for it, being that a lot of the events that you see take place here have been hinted at in other games, are also taking place here and hinted at here. It just feels so good. It feels so perfect. It doesn't feel detached at all. In fact, I really don't know where that conversation came from. I mean, people are bitching about a giant fucking Komodo dragon. I'm sorry. There's a fucking brain with spider legs in a fucking Doom game. You can't fucking take a giant lizard with a goddamn rocket launcher on its back? Come on.
Hasn't there
I
always
think the spider brain's more outfield than the giant Komodo dragon.
You want to know what's funny is that's the Kako demon.
No, I'm talking about the Arachnotron.
Oh, the Arachnotron. Okay.
Right, yeah. That's been always there, though.
And that's always been there.
Exactly.
Wasn't it like the boss of Doom 1? Oh, no,
Yes.
Doom 2?
No, it was
Yeah.
the boss of Doom 1, and it became a regular day-to-day enemy in Doom 2.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. But, dude, I couldn't, like, stress it enough to anybody. Listen to no one. Whether they're positive, whether they're negative. Play the game. Because not only is it not slow, it's extremely fucking rewarding. Because once you get that gameplay loop down, it's like a fucking dance. And when you nail every move, when you get everything going, that's Doom, baby.
Now, I have a question for you guys. With this Doom being a little bit more open in scope and like level design, does that benefit it? Or do you guys like the claustrophobic, you know,
It massively
enclosed
benefited,
area?
in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd have to agree just because, claustrophobia is a big part of Doom, but for what they're setting out to do here with the mechanics that they're given to you, the open setting definitely plays into its strong points when it comes to just blowing a motherfucker's face off or wanting to find a collectible or some gold or something. It plays into it very well.
Oh, yeah.
Personally.
And you know, if you go back to like Doom 2, a lot of those levels were pretty open. So like,
I never played the original, like the old school Dooms.
gotcha.
I watched my dad play, but I've never played it myself. But I played Doom 3 back in the day on my 360, but that was about it.
Yeah.
But then 2016 I loved.
One of the staples of Sandy Peterson's designs in Doom 2 was big open areas that almost look like they could be like a real human city, but in Doom's engine. And that was both to the strength and the weakness of Doom 2, because that you could get so lost in that fucking game.
Yeah. At least here you don't feel confused about where you are and where you're going. No shade towards Sandy Peterson.
I mean, this is the most Bethesda a Doom game has ever been, because there's a compass with a reticle that you can follow.
Yeah, right.
Well, the game takes. Excuse me. Opening another beer. The game takes what worked with 2016 and Eternal and just mashed it into one game, and then turned your chainsaw into a shield that you can Captain America towards fodder and everything. Oh, that's essentially what it is. It's an amalgamation of the last two games, just mashed together and made a bit more accessible. That's it. That's what the game is at its core.
Okay, so it sounds like it'd be definitely something I'd dig a lot.
I think you would enjoy this game a lot just because it's not Eternal without being so demanding. Because there is no you need to play the game the way that we're telling you how to play the game this time. If you favor the super shotgun, the minute you get the super shotgun, you can use it throughout the entirety of the game. Ammo isn't an issue. If you favor, an automatic weapon, a rocket launcher, a grenade launcher, you can use it to your heart's fucking content. Ammo isn't a fucking issue. And I know a lot of people don't like that there's like third-person cutscenes or anything like that, but there are quite a few of those.
Oh, I love that, though.
Yeah, well, some people don't like it. I don't
know. JR didn't.
Well, yeah, JR's not here. Look, I love. See, the thing is I love it when they do third person cutscenes and they make your character like, I don't know. I feel like it's glorifying your character, and I like that. I think Doom guys deserved that instead of like this. I mean, like, I don't really have an issue with how they did them in the past, but I liked seeing that this game felt in the trailers and what I did see. It felt very cinematic. It felt a lot more, kind of like detailed and more of like a full-fledged, like you're following a story. And I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But and the thing is, it's not that I dislike Eternal. It's just at times it becomes taxing. But I still loved Eternal and 2016. I mean, I've beaten those games on their hardest difficulties. I mean, I don't know if I've beaten I don't think I beat Eternal on Nightmare, but I did 2016. But I love those games. It's just I don't know. After I finished Eternal and that final boss, I stopped and I didn't play the DLCs because I just was so burnt out. But like I like what I'm hearing, and like I don't have an issue with the third person cinematics. I think that's great. I think games should have that.
I agree, but no, like Chase, I was playing this game like all throughout the fucking week, and there was times where I did think of you. I'm like, oh, Chase would love this.
Oh well, thanks, shucks.
Oh yeah. Like if there was a Doom game that I would recommend to you specifically, Chase, it would be this one.
And I may just have to get it when I get paid instead of waiting on a sale. I might just have to contribute to history because I want to stick it to the man lately, not to take the story away from Doom. We can come back to, but with Claire Obscure and the Midnight Walk being big hits right now and showing the big guys in the industry that we just need fun games and good games, I'm all for it. So yeah, maybe I'll pick up Doom.
Definitely do that, because not only do you get to fucking eviscerate demons as the Doom Slayer, but you get to do it while on a dragon. And you get to do it while in a fucking Jaeger. I'm sorry.
That was my selling point from the past, too.
I'm not going to call them Atlans because they're fucking Jaegers. Hugo Martin was a concept artist for Pacific Rim. And you look at these fucking Jaegers, and dude, I'm not even going to bullshit you. I'm not even fucking sugarcoating it. The Atlan levels is just a first-person Godzilla slugfest. That's all.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It is. It's so
fun. The trailer, when they showed that they were Jaegers, I was calling them Jaegers for a joke, but I still mean it. I'm just going to consider any robot a Jaeger.
And when it comes to the dragon levels, I love how we got the best fucking Star Fox game in years out of id Software.
Yeah, you ain't fucking lying. You are not fucking lying. You're not. Shit.
Well, you guys got me sold. Sounds fun. Is the railgun in the game?
No.
Can I run around with the railgun? Do they have an equivalent of the railgun?
Yes.
Rocket launcher.
Oh, okay.
Shh, Drew.
All right. I'll wait.
The game offers a lot. The game does a lot, both for Doom as a franchise and just Doom as a fucking video game.
All right.
I mean, you see the original fucking imps from the original Doom games, the imp stalkers. They're back. Yeah. They're here, and you see new shit. You see shit crossed with other fucking shit. It's all over the place. And honestly, like, I love Eternal now. I've placed Eternal over 2016 for the past year and a half now. But Doom the Dark Ages, in just how it implements everything and how it operates as a fucking video game, this is the best. This is the best fucking one.
So then, with that being said, would it make sense to play the DLCs first and then start Dark Ages, or play Dark Ages then the DLCs?
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. We were given information very early on in this game's lifespan of it being publicly known that it was going to end a particular way. It does not.
No.
So at this point in time, it would be perfectly fine if you played the DLCs for Eternal before this.
Is that recommended, though?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay. Fine. Doesn't mean I still can't buy it and shelve it till I can pass the DLCs.
The only reason I recommend it is just because those DLCs, especially part 1, can be so fucking brutal on you. By the time you finish that in part 2, you'll walk into this game and you'll be slinging dick like a motherfucker.
It'll be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds fun. Do you get to name your dragon?
No.
No, it has a name already.
This isn't Ghost and Doom Shima, Chase. Come on.
I would like that though.
Well, in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can name your horse whatever you want.
Well, this isn't Red Doom Redemption. Hella.
Fine. Lame game anyways. I'm just kidding.
Games, you want to add anything to all that?
Okay, so I, like Rob, have been playing this since Monday. Not as often because, job and responsibilities and whatnot.
I lost sleep in this game.
Shout a motherfucker out right there, bro. Come on.
But no shade. I can't all-nighter like I used to. I don't know. But I just finished it, like I said at the very beginning of this podcast, and man, let me tell you, one of Doom's core strengths is each entry is almost a different flavor. Like, yeah, you got the first two Dooms, which are basically copycats of each other. Doom 2 is basically just Doom 1 with a couple of extra demons and a new gun. And Doom 64 is Doom 2, but all the sprites are different, and it's got a creepy atmosphere.
And soundtrack.
Fire soundtrack. But it really started with Doom 3, where it completely changed the formula and it became a survival horror game. Yeah, it's seen as black sheep these days, and it's not even canon anymore to the main timeline.
I can contest that.
It's been confirmed by Hugo Martin that it's a side universe.
That's okay. I can still contest that.
Listen.
I can still contest it.
But then you got Doom 2016, which, has the spirit of the original Doom games, but it does so much different with the glory kills and the friggin' the hardcore parkour and all that. And Doom Eternal has the weapon switching and the demons that you got to do certain combos with and marauders and all that. And then you got this game, which does completely different things from Eternal and Doom 2016 with its own thing. Its parry mechanics. That shield is the greatest thing that Doom Guy has ever had. I love this shield with all of my heart. All right.
Yes.
Yes. You will have so much fun just beating the hell out of people with this shield, sticking it in them while the buzzsaw's going and it's freezing them in place, and you just go right up to it with your super shotgun and you blast them right in the face. Can't do anything about it because they got a buzzsaw in freaking whole torso. It's great. All right. Doom Guy feels the most powerful he's ever felt in this game. You land on the ground and just the sound design, the thunk when he lands on the ground and destroys demons all around him from the shockwave. Fantastic.
Very chunky.
They introduced something that I at first thought was going to be a hindrance, which is sprinting, right? Like, what? A dedicated sprint button in a Doom game? I can't even turn on always run? What is this? Well, I don't know. It gave me flashbacks to Twitch shooters like Call of Duty and shit, where if you ran, you got the gun swaying in front of you and shit, and you can't even, if you try to pull the trigger, you'll instantly stop sprinting and shit like that. No, Doom is run and gunner through and through. So if you're sprinting, you can fucking shoot motherfuckers in the face while you're doing it.
And throw your shield.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You are an unstoppable force. And while Hell's armies may seem like an immovable object, no, they are not.
You are the brick heading towards the actual face of Hell at premium fucking velocities to the point where you wedge yourself into the skull of fucking hell, and you're just eviscerating all life. That's honestly the best part. It's got the speed of Eternal. It's got the brutality and the fucking power of fucking 2016. It's the Omega. It's the perfect combination.
Oh yeah. Now, this is also the longest Doom game. Even counting Eternal with all its DLCs.
I like hearing that. Longest Doom? Sorry, I like that.
Yeah.
22
it's
levels.
got meaty 22 levels.
Yeah.
They put all of their ass into the single player campaign. Because there's no multiplayer this time. There's no battle mode. There's no death match. There's no nothing of that. It is a single player only campaign game.
Yes.
And a lot of people say there's a lot of filler in this game. I don't see it personally. I feel like every level has a purpose narrative-wise. Every level is fun. And there's surprises in there that you wouldn't even fucking think about that they didn't show you in the trailers.
Yeah. Especially that last one. Am I right, Game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not sharing secrets. I'm kidding.
But no, for like 22 levels in a Doom game, that's massive. And for all of them to feel integral to what the story is trying to tell you and show you, I genuinely don't feel like there was any fucking filler, because you don't just get a single level where you're piloting a dragon or a Jaeger. You get multiple.
Oh yeah.
While the chunk of it is you as Doomslayer, of course, there's actually a couple hybrid levels too, where you kind of do a bit of Doomin and a bit of Dragonin, and then a bit of Doomin and a bit of Jaegerin. They really did take everything from the prior two games, sprinkled a little bit of Dragon and Jaeger seasoning on top of it, and just had a fucking ball. And you can feel that in every single fucking level, every single fucking mechanic. They just had fun.
Oh yeah.
And I had fun.
And it has a good progression to it. There is not a single level you will go without getting something new to play with.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And that is one of the weakest strengths of Doom 2016, where you get basically everything by the halfway point and you're good to go.
And you're broken by the end of the game.
Yeah. So this has a nice progression to it.
It absolutely does.
I want to get into spoilers, but nope, can't do it.
There's one more thing we could talk about. There's just one more thing we could talk about.
I had a question for you guys, though. If you want to ask your thing first, I can wait.
No, please.
No, go ahead.
How's the enemy displacement? Is it still normal, or is it a little bit different this time when enemies appear in the game?
There will be times where enemies are like in certain zones of the map just chilling, and you could go to them if you want, or you can like fuck off in a different direction, try to find secrets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like. So it's not. Is it like the arena base where you go to room? It's not like that anymore.
No, it's definitely like that. It's
okay. No. There are arenas. It's just a big map with a bunch of arenas like inside of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes it's like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 arenas in one level, one chapter, and then in between that you'll come across demons and all that other good shit. So you're not exactly going to be traversing a sprawling land without running across some fodder, maybe an arachnotron here or there. But yeah, like it's only barren after you've killed everything.
Are there like a bunch of environments too, like biomes?
Oh yeah. So like Doom 2016, you explored Mars and Hell, right? In Doom Eternal, you explored Earth, Hell, and a little bit of Argentinur. Just a little tiny, just a little taste of Argentinur. This game is primarily in Argentinur.
Yeah.
And all of its locations, with a couple bits of Hell and a third location that I'm not going to spoil.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can't
okay.
spoil the final part because it's
Now,
huge.
now, do we get a romance option with a companion?
Unfortunately, no, because I love
Unfortunate.
her and her very strong looking thighs.
Yes.
She has very strong looking thighs. I'm sorry. For any of those motherfuckers out there calling this game goddamn woke because a woman is kicking ass, you better shut the fuck up and get your dick wet sometime soon, you fucking loser.
Yeah, actually, though, literally, shut up. She's not even replacing a character. She's a brand new character. Shut up.
But there's one more thing we have to discuss, which is possibly the most controversial part of this, and we're going to do it quickly because we're an hour in. Drew, I bad. The music.
The music. Okay, so Mick Gordon is a treasure. I love that man. He made magic with both Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, even fucking the Killer Instinct remake that's on Game Pass that people can play. I don't know if people still play it, but it had a banging soundtrack that Mick Gordon that he contributed to. I love that man. He is an award winner for a reason. Yes. However, motherfuckers out here going, it's not Mick Gordon. They should have kept Mick Gordon. Why are they doing this? This is not Doom music. This is just generic degen metal. What the fuck? Shut the fuck up. This soundtrack is amazing. All right. These guys are killing it, just like Andrew Holsholt killed it with the Ancient Gods soundtrack, just like Andrew Holsholt kills it with Dusk and Amid Evil and fucking a bunch of other fucking boomer shooters that you should all play.
I have heard the music, and I actually just thought it was Mick Gordon anyways, but I know that he's not attached to it because he doesn't have friendship with ID's software anymore.
So here's the thing. I get where people are coming from. People with actual fucking criticisms. First thing you do when you boot up the game, turn the music volume up to 100 because unfortunately it is the lowest fucking marked thing in the options. Turn the music up.
It is very poorly mixed.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, we can control that. On top of that, though, it does differ from Mick's style very much so. It's a lot more straightforward. It doesn't always have the very bippy and boopy electronic aspect to it. And yeah, not all of the tunes you hear are going to be hummable like The Only Thing They Fear Is You or BFG Division, but the soundtrack or Rip and Tear. But the soundtrack does boast highlights like What Lies Below or Unchained Predator, Blood Red, Hellspawn Rift, Ancestral Beast. I've been listening to the soundtrack ever since it came out. It has its strong points. Yeah, it's not Mick, and it's not trying to be Mick, I feel. There are some Mick-isms within it, but 3, I digress. 4.5. The soundtrack still does rip something significant. It does.
Okay.
And you get some hearty fucking chugs. And if you want to listen to probably the craziest track on the OST, What Lies Below is probably the most sporadic and archaic piece of music in this game. That is fucking insanity.
I love the menu theme as well. Shout out to the fucking menu theme.
Yeah. Well, who composed this again?
It is Finishing Move. The team of people called Finishing Move. What else have they worked on?
Not many. There's been a few games they've worked on.
Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry.
You watching the Knicks game, Ray?
No, I didn't start yet, but I thought it was going to be on TNT, so I went to Max, but it's not on TNT, so fuck.
No, he just died in Doom Dark Ages.
They worked on Crackdown 3, Halo 2 Anniversary. Let's see. The Callisto Protocol, apparently.
Wow.
That's unfortunate.
Borderlands 3, Psycho Krieg, and the fantastic fustercluck?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
That sounds fun.
Randy,
Fucking Randy.
you greasy oil slick.
But yeah, they've worked on a few games and did a fantastic job with this game, in my opinion. I've been bopping to this soundtrack for the past 3 days since it dropped on YouTube via Bethesda's YouTube channel.
And iTunes and Spotify.
And that too.
So with that, I think we can all, well, I think me and Gamgams could say we love the game. We're going to play it again. We like it, and you should play it too when it lines up with your money situation and or time situation. I give
Sounds
it
good.
I give it a 9.5 out of 10.
That was full.
Yeah,
I'd
I'd say 9.5 out of 10 as well.
Nice. See, and if you can't afford Doom right now, there is a little tiny Grand Theft Auto clone called The Precinct that you can absolutely buy right now. Have a good time with it.
Or
Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm picking up a faint signal live from Gem State Comic Con.
Hey!
Look
Hey!
It's the boy!
who the fuck are you? Who is this guy?
Hey, JR.
So, I'm on my phone. I do apologize. I got very limited time, but I'm going to tell everyone right now, this is crazy. It's huge. It's huge. The panels are going to be insane, man. Like, I am so stoked. I've been out here prepping all day. I'm going to be heading home, and the event officially starts tomorrow. Man, and sorry to interrupt, but I mean, come on.
Bro, I'm just happy for you, and I can't wait to see you crush it, bro.
Yeah,
For
Did,
real.
did anyone give you their bra? Like fling it at you and throw it at you?
Not yet,
No, okay. You're not there yet.
but motherfucker!
Got the brand!
Yes.
But man, you can see behind me, like it's just nuts.
Jesus Christ.
And this is the smallest room.
What?
This is a small room. There's got to be at least 300 vendors here, and not even half of them have shown up yet.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
dude, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts, man. But
Since 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock this morning?
what was that?
You've been there since like 11, 10 o'clock this morning?
I've been here since 1 o'clock this morning.
1 o'clock this
Jeez.
morning or after?
Like 1 a.m.?
Afternoon, sorry. Yeah, I showed up. I was like super drunk. I stumbled over. But no, yeah, dude, I've been here since 1 in the afternoon, just helping set up, getting my bearings, talking to some of my co-hosts for the Godzilla community panel we're going to be doing tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So,
Fire.
yeah, dude, it's going to be,
Well-
it's off the chain.
Real quick, since I got you here, your take on the Superman trailer. Come on, you had a Comic Con. There's a comic book movie. Real quick, your take, Superman trailer.
The Superman trailer is hands down one of the best trailers I have seen from a superhero movie ever, and I've never been more hyped from a movie. This, dude, it's gonna be 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Superman, the James Gunn, he knows what he's doing.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, JR from fucking Comic Con, baby. See,
We love you, buddy.
love you.
But-
Love
you.
I swear to God.
But I'm gonna let you guys get back to it. I'm tired. I'm gonna start heading to my buddy's house so I can drink a 6-pack.
Hell yeah, brother.
So you guys are gonna be flooded with pictures and videos tomorrow. So I'll see you then.
See you,
later,
bud.
brother. Good
Enjoy
luck, and I
it.
love
Kick
you.
ass, brother. Kick
Love
ass.
you.
Love you, homie.
Love you, dog. He's gonna kill it.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
kill it.
fucking kill it.
He's gonna
He's
kill
Oh,
it.
hell yeah.
Even if he feels nervous, he's got it. He's got it.
He's got it. It's
Oh,
in his
So
blood.
emotional sending him off to college like that. We raised him so well.
Ah.
At least I know that I knew him before he hit 1 million subscribers in less than 4 weeks. At least I know that.
All right, listen, I got a question for you guys. Do we want to do 70 or do we want to go supernova right now?
Supernova.
Okay,
Supernova.
that's 2.
Yeah, I have all the information about that 70th anniversary, and I've been wanting to talk about Supernova since it started. So I say Supernova.
Let's take our dicks out.
Dude, is that what I think it is in the middle of the Supernova name?
Could it be? Could it be?
Gigan's eye?
Supernova, baby. We did a whole thing about this shit last week, but you know what? This week we're doing overreaching reactions because good God Almighty, the week it's been from Friday to Friday, the fucking reactions, the crazy theories. I gotta be honest, I've enjoyed all of them. Even if I was like rolling my eyes to the back of my head like Gina Davis and Beetlejuice 1, I fucking still had such a blast reading people's fucking reactions and their takes and all this stuff. So this is it. This is the overreaching reactions. But I'm going to start with Brother Chase since he was not able to make it last week. So, Brother Chase, you give your take on what you think about Godzilla X Kong Supernova.
Please.
I am kind of surprised that it sounds like it's Space Godzilla. I mean, I know we talked about that in podcasts past, like what's going to happen, but like, I mean, I remember talking about saying, I bet it's going to be Space Godzilla, and we all laughed and kind of, we're like, yeah, no, it's not. But now it sounds like, no, it sounds like it is. The kaiju that ate a star and went wicked. It sounds like it's exactly what they were hinting at. But you know what? If it is Space Godzilla and Gigan, I am so for it. I'm fine with seeing Toho monsters in the MonsterVerse. I like the MonsterVerse being the love letter and letting Toho do their own original thing to progress the show. If what we get with the MonsterVerse is love letters to the past, then I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with Space Godzilla, and if Gigan shows up. I'm excited. That little teaser trailer they showed though had a lot of Easter eggs that have been found and pointed out, and I am just really excited that also basically what New Empire hinted at with Easter eggs is kind of what we're getting.
Brother Chase, real quick, you mentioned that the Easter egg stuff. I said last week, I think we all agreed last week, this could be a potential Cloverfield thing with the viral marketing campaign, especially because of that teaser trailer. What do you think?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, I think at this point it is so random and unexpected of us getting that, like, and we still don't really know much. I mean, who knows what to expect? I'm just kind of shell shocked that we're going there. But I mean, I say, yeah, why not? Like, I can see that. Absolutely, I can see that.
Would you like this movie to have that viral marketing campaign where let's say every 4 months, right? Because this movie's coming out 2026, right?
27. Yeah, 27.
Okay, so let's say every 4 months something drops, a 30-second teaser.
Oh wait, or you know what? Is it 26? I think it is 26. You're right.
No, I'm lying. That says 2027.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I didn't see that.
Thank you, Mr. Sputor. But like every 4 months, every 6 months, maybe, gain a little 35 to 45-second teaser, a thrill, something to egg us on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the in front of the rabbit.
I think this could be really cool. I definitely think they're going to be, if you call that phone number and you play with all of the options they give you, they kind of give like like a hinting in it that it's going to be progressed as the years go on. It was really cool. I mean, I won't spoil it if you guys haven't, but I went through the whole entire thing.
Oh, I have too.
Yeah, well then, awesome. I love Dan Stevens, Trapper, talking. That was cool. Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be part of something big. But what's cool is that this little teaser trailer made like its view count in the past like couple days that it's been released has been very exceptionally well, and that excites me because that means that people are interested and engaged about what to come, and makes me wonder if that when that trailer drops after we get the final little hint of this program they're doing, if we're gonna get a really cool reception. And it just sounds like we're heading that way. But yeah, I mean, I would love that. Like we get little hints now and there because like they give you the option to report a sighting, but like it. I won't go into it, but it's funny. I'm excited. I think this is really cool. I think it's different. I know John Wick, the ballerinas doing the exact same thing right now with their phone call stuff, and that's pretty cool too.
That movie looks. I'm sorry, I ain't with that one.
Oh, I love Anna. I think she's great.
I love her. Don't get me wrong. I love her, but I've seen some stuff, and I'm just like, that didn't connect. That didn't connect. That didn't connect. I can't.
Yeah, we'll see.
On HBO Max.
We'll see. Yeah, but yeah, I'm down. I'm very curious to what they're wanting to do. You know what excites me the most about this is that they didn't do that for Godzilla versus Kong or New Empire, but they did do it for 2014 and King of the Monsters. And if they're doing something like this again, like I don't know, it just makes me kind of feel like.
When did they do this in King of the Monsters? I don't remember that.
They did their marketing website where you could go and track the monsters.
Okay.
Yeah, the Monarch Sciences website.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And to me, it just kind of harkens back to that, and it makes me just like, are we going back to tone of change, or maybe not tone, but just like, I don't know, maybe serious. I don't know. It just reminds me of that, and it makes me feel like maybe there's that, I don't know, control again, or like, I don't know how to describe it. It reminds me of that, but it makes me feel hopeful. Like there's going to be a little bit of like, I don't know, just not fumbling a ball here.
Control or controller, Willem Dafoe.
Controller! Dude, yeah, I'm all excited for this. But yeah, and but with that being said, I've seen some really hilarious oversteps and reactions to this, and it is just making me laugh. And it's why I stay away from Godzilla Twitter. But I can't, because I'd like to find news from legitimate sources at the same time.
Well, swinging in from someone who actually fought Godzilla 2 weeks ago in Marvel. Sorry, did it. Spider-Man. I'm still skeptical about Heisei Kaiju getting out of comic book / video game prison. As a Heisei bro, like me, I won't get my hopes up for any of them to soften the blow. Listen, Spider-Man, you know we are here, me and you, eye to eye, all right? Cal to mask. You know how this is. I don't want Destroyer. Never did. Everybody knows that here. I'll take a Space Godzilla. Damn Gams. Let me ask you. Last week, we rambled about this for a long time. But in the past week, have you seen any overreaching reactions that you were just like, oh, okay?
I've seen maybe like one or two, like some people going in a completely different direction other than the obvious that it's going to be space kaiju. Any of those reaches, I'm just like, nah, bro, they're going to space. It's supernova, bro.
I mean, yeah, fuck. I mean, there's stars in the background. I'm just saying.
Yeah. There ain't no denying it.
if you saw Dan Stevens' Instagram posts, he puts emojis that are very specific.
All right, explain that. Like what?
Well, he puts fucking solar flares in a comet,
Oh,
and he puts a gorilla and a dinosaur in his emojis.
okay.
So, yeah. I don't know, guys. We might be getting both.
Shit. Rob, any weird, crazy, overreaching reactions?
Mostly just on the negative spectrum. As somebody who's not in love with GxK, I don't think it's right and or healthy to immediately out the gate assume that this is going to be a shit show. I don't think that's fair. Beyond that, I will say it's I need y'all to be quiet about Gigan for like 3 goddamn seconds. I understand we've jumped the shark exponentially over the last movie or so, but I need y'all to fucking chill for a goddamn second, because let me tell you, when it comes to jumping the shark, you still need some fucking momentum, and regardless of how you feel about the Monsterverse, it still has a bit of momentum to it. It's not gonna go that far. I digress. That's 3 or 4.
That's 5.
That's 5? Hell yeah, baby. I'm in the running. I'd like to thank the Academy for this award of most digressions in a podcast. But I will say this. I mean, with the mixture of negativity and people outright dismissing, I will say it is so nice and it is so beautiful to see a fandom mostly coming together and having a fun time discussing what could possibly be. That's my favorite part about getting a teaser, getting a poster, getting a teaser image with this fandom. It's just everybody fucking wakes up. Everybody starts talking. And it doesn't matter how fucking ridiculous it sounds and it feels like fun. But what I do need to say, y'all motherfuckers out here, it can't be Space Godzilla because there's no Biollante. Listen. This is a new canon. This is a whole new fucking thing. Space Godzilla can exist without Biollante if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Relax.
Relax. There was a great theory. I ain't got the image up because the image was very blurry. I could not find another one, but there was a great theory saying that what if Godzilla's radioactive pink flame that stopped Shimo's ice age penetrated the atmosphere and, through that became a Space Godzilla, as my man Steve comes in and says, Gigan. Sorry, Rob.
That's a reach. Anyways.
That's a Halo reach,
that was...
but you know what, Steven? If it ends up happening, I'll buy you a beer.
Hey, you both live in the great state of the tri-state. Just so you know, like he's literally around your corner. So,
Steven, let's fucking link up. If I'm wrong, I will buy you a beer. We'll get fucking bar fries on top of it.
I will say, if that's the case with the breathing up into the sky thing, then it also happened in 2019.
It did. Maybe that happened then. Yes, maybe it happened then.
Yeah.
They'll pull something like it got absorbed into a black hole or some shit like that.
And got spat out of a white hole, just like the classics.
I don't think... we're already talking about the Monsterverse. I don't think that's too far-fetched. I did think about, how could they go with it? But they've already established a kaiju flying, and it looks like Godzilla.
This is a world where the center of the earth is not a solid iron core. It is a hollow earth full of monsters, all right?
That somehow has oxygen.
Yeah, and lights coming out of crystals.
Yeah. I don't think that's too far fetched. I still don't think Gigan's far fetched. I think because Gigan has also been hinted on several occasions already, especially with concept art. I don't think those things are too far fetched. I don't think Toho's just going to do one villain. I don't think Legendary is just going to do one villain. I think their thing now is to give Kong and Godzilla both opportunities. Now, I don't know. It all could be wrong, but I don't think those are far fetched at all. I absolutely could. You know what? What if we have it all wrong and it is just Gigan? I mean, the thing is, those are both monsters that come from space. Who knows? But I think with that decoder, because I've been seeing people decode it. If you decode it in a certain way, eventually it will say Space Godzilla pop up. And I don't know how it works, but I have seen people multiple times use that decoder and Space Godzilla comes out as the, translation of those numbers. Space Godzilla pops up. So
It's Godzilla, Kong, watch this space.
yeah.
And with the positioning of where space ends and the message repeats with Godzilla, Kong, watch this space, it kind of makes Space Godzilla.
Yeah. And I think
yes.
well, and I've seen people deliberately decode it and enter it in a certain way, and it just comes up straight up as a Space Godzilla. It without Kong and Godzilla or watch this, whatever. It just straight up enters as Space Godzilla. So I don't know, I don't know how those work or whatever, but I do think Space Godzilla is the given. It's just, will it bring just him or will it bring another kaiju with it? Maybe it's Space Godzilla and something original. Who knows? That would be cool. But I don't know. I mean, but I'm on board if it's Space Godzilla and Gigan. I think that could be a cool combo. I think anything having Kong fight a Toho monster would be cool. I would love to see Kong fight King Ghidorah. I thought that would have been cool, But yeah, I'm excited for this. I mean, of course, now we gotta wait. God knows how long till we start seeing stuff, since it's 2027 this movie's coming out. But I'm interested. I mean, we're gonna get Monarch season 2 by then. We're gonna get. I mean, who knows what to expect?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get plenty of filler. We're gonna get plenty of filler. Toho and Godzilla as a brand ain't slowing down.
Toys.
And
toys.
yes, we're gonna get spoiled by the toys like we always do.
All right. Well, all right. From super overreactions, before we go back into Godzilla, Spider-Man, I want a singular villain dog walking all of the kaiju. Godzilla, Kong, Giolante, etc. I don't care. And to survive the movie. I love the Giolante thing. I do. Yeah. She doesn't need to be the fucking monarch Mothra queen.
She's not going to be in the next one.
Yeah, I know. That's the unfortunate part.
Now, however, if you want to talk about the Easter eggs, it did show Rick Stanton being mentioned, Eileen, and some other operatives in the Easter eggs on that little video. So maybe they do show up at some point. Maybe because this film is taking 2 years to come out, they're going to be doing multiple shoots. I don't know, but
that's true.
But as of right now, Brian Henry Tyreen, he's not in it, or is Rebecca
Hall.
I can't remember. Yeah, Rebecca Hall. She's not in it, and nor is Katie Hoddle. So,
and that's the whole idea of Godzilla going to the future. Speaking of, as we I'm gonna bypass Godzilla again because we're gonna get to the last bit. At the last bit, I do want to talk about this though. It's something I really want to talk about, and that is going back to superheroes. Real quick. Is it Marvel fatigue or is it superhero fatigue? Will time tell? Here's the question I pose to y'all. New Avengers came out its box office was less than what Captain America 4's box office was opening weekend.
Damn.
And it did not hold steady. It dropped the second weekend. This is the third weekend going in, and we have I think Final Destination is out. Next week, I think, is the Ballerina. Like, there is a lot of competition coming up.
Oh, yes.
Marvel has not made what they thought they would make. And last week we talked about Thunderbolts being the new Avengers, and if it was a marketing ploy to get people back in the theaters, whatever. Here's my question. If Fantastic Four comes out, right? And this Thunderbolts thing is staged, it holds as to what it is, just not making any money. If Fantastic Four comes out and it flops, is it Marvel fatigue? Or do we wait and see when Superman comes out, James Gunn's Superman, if that flops, is it superhero fatigue?
From the outside looking in.
Yeah, I know. And that's the problem right now, because the last DC movie we had was a flop, which was Joker Folie à Deux.
Yes.
But at the same time, that wasn't a superhero movie.
So I just want to say, from the outside looking in, it's very easy to say that it's superhero fatigue. It's very, very fucking easy.
All right, superhero, legit, not
Yeah.
Marvel.
It's easy to say that, but
I guess.
But-
Yeah, man.
if Superman comes through and it beats the brakes off of the fucking box office, it's clear that it's not superhero fatigue. It's Marvel fatigue. And in that sense, I can't blame people, because the movies haven't been up to snuff the last couple of years. And in that realm, I can understand that, because there have been a few sleepers here and there. There, obviously the last Spider-Man film was huge
And that
because
was
it's Spider-Man.
It was the end of the heyday.
Yeah. And, I in a way, I do feel bad, because it does sound like Marvel Studios is trying to turn over another limb and really get back to basics and just make good fucking movies. And it's unfortunate to see that something like the new Avengers, aka the Thunderbolts, underperforming just because it's been that allotted amount of time where movies haven't been that great. When it comes to the first 10 years of the MCU, that's lightning in a bottle. We're likely never going to see that again, because nobody saw that happening. Nobody saw that working until it was gone. And following up 10 years worth of content that, for the most part, multiple people loved and enjoyed, that's a hard thing to do, especially when you've spent a decade building up certain characters, arcs for those characters, and then some. Following that up is hard. And Marvel's been having a hard time. I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat it. There's been some stinkers in TV. There's been some stinkers in the cinema. But knowing that a friend of mine, Marco, I love you, boy. Mwah, knowing that this guy who loves these fucking movies to no end legit just said to me, the new Avengers is in my top 10 of the MCU films, that tells me something. That tells me that movie is actually fucking good, because he's not said that in a very long fucking time. Very long. So I don't want to immediately blame superhero fatigue. I don't want to immediately say it's Marvel. But if Superman comes out and it does what I hope it does, I think it just shows that Marvel had it and then lost it.
That's very fair. Gams, what about you?
I already said it at the beginning with the Superman trailer reactions. Superhero fatigue isn't real. As long as you have a good marketed and a good overall movie, then it should be fine. Yeah, I hear a lot of great things about Thunderbolts, but Marvel has had a reputation ever since post Endgame, and one good movie ain't gonna save it. So, is it exactly Marvel fatigue? Maybe, but I just think they need something that will bring that magic back, and it looks like Fantastic Four might do that. It might, but at the same time, Fantastic Four movies have not done very well in the past. Literally any of them. So here's the hoping, but people themselves might have gotten fatigue off of Marvel, not for the lack of them trying to bring them back, you know. But superhero fatigue itself is not a real thing, and Superman's going to prove that.
I sure fucking hope so. Because I wanted to. And you know, this poses quite the fucking conversational conduit right here. Just like, if Fantastic Four flops and then Superman underperforms, where do we go from here? I mean, Superman is James Gunn's fucking entry point for this. This is where his part of the universe starts. Like, Gam Chase, I mean, where the fuck do we go if both of these flop?
We lean closer into monster movies.
I
wanted the new meta.
I wanted to wait till G1 got back to share my thoughts, but oh, okay. Well, if you don't mind, I would love to share my take on it.
By all means.
I feel I agree with both of you guys 100%. I think what Gam said, you know, one film's not going to save it. And they do have a reputation now. That is going to be their curse for the rest of their legacy until they start making bangers after bangers after bangers again, which I don't think is going to happen. The problem is we have gone through. Let's look at Black Widow. That movie did not do well. Most of the characters in the new Avengers or Thunderbolts are from Black Widow. And I just mentioned also earlier too, we have two actors in there that their past movies have not made money at all. They're, that's more of a superstitious take, but I just feel like there is some truth to it. Some actors just can't catch their break in Hollywood, even if they're in a lot of things. They just don't do well with their movies. David Harbour, Wyatt Russell, their movies do not do well financially. I don't know what it is, but either the public just doesn't like those guys or something. I mean, yeah, David Harbour's great in Stranger Things, and some people even like his Hellboy. But those still, that's a small sliver. Where I'm going with this is I think that Marvel has been so focused now on trying to create their universe to continue. I feel like it's just, you get bad movie, good movie, bad movie, decent movie. And I think it's just the fatigue with Marvel. And not only that, it's just the writing has been so it's not good, guys. There's not good writing in Marvel movies right now. And, I think that's the biggest thing with Fantastic Four. As excited as I feel like people should be about that, I don't think that movie is going to do good, even with Pedro Pascal attached to it. I really don't think Fantastic Four is going to make a bank. They're not going to make a buck. I think they're going to be owing some bucks. I just think that people now, with the reception of Marvel, it's just, I mean, look, even Daredevil Born Again, yeah, it did well, but it didn't do great. And I just don't see Born Again getting its third season after season 2. And it sucks because I love Punisher. That's one of the main reasons why I watched Daredevil. But I just think I think Marvel and Disney have just really struggled with trying to figure out. I mean, let's look back at Marvel movies, how they used to be before Endgame. Sure, yeah, we loved all of those characters together because we fell in love with them. They built up their stories through many movies. And then they dropped us into this mashup of characters we all loved because those characters earned that love. And now they're just throwing together characters for one we don't really care about. I mean, I don't know who really cares about, David Harbour in a fat suit, or it's just him. I don't know why people and we have, great value brand Captain America. I don't.
U.S. agent, come on, man.
Okay. Well, anyways, I just don't think that these movies have earned their reputation because Marvel just doesn't know how to handle them. Fantastic Four maybe has an opportunity to be different because Fantastic Four has been around, but as Gam Gams has said, those movies didn't do well financially either. I just don't think they're characters that people wanted. Now, if John Krasinski was Reed Richards again in this, and that was the Fantastic Four movie we were getting, I'm sure that would line up seats just because The Office, and he is a great actor. But I just don't think. I just think that it's Marvel is just in a. I think there's a reason. Not only not aside from the controversy with James Gunn, a while back. I think there's also another reason why he's not with Marvel anymore. And I think it's just because he sees it, he knows it. It's just a mess. Disney doesn't know how to handle these properties, and I don't see that changing. I really don't. I mean, they're hiring actors that. I mean, we're not even getting the same continuity of the villain with Kang. So
That was an unfortunate side effect.
Yeah.
Of real life,
and it's just I don't know. I just don't. I guess to answer the question, I full-heartedly feel like it's Marvel fatigue, but and I don't think it's our fault. I think it's the fact that Marvel does not know how to write a Marvel movie anymore. And my personal opinion is we need to stop with these joined conversion movies, and we need to go back to the stuff like Marvel Knights. Let's give us our actual Hulk movie that we deserve. And let's give us a new Punisher movie. Let's give us a new Ghost Rider. Let's start back from there, the greats, and Spider-Man's still great. But let's go back to there, and then we'll move forward, and then we'll get an Avengers movie with Hulk, Ghost Rider, Punisher, and whoever else, and Spawn. Yeah, Spawn.
universe.
Yeah, well, you know what? He is canon now. But yeah, I don't know. I just think I think Marvel needs to take a big step back because I really don't think Doom or Doctor Doom is going to do anything for the franchise either. I think it's just going to be a big, big waste of a tax write-off. And it's unfortunate, but I just really feel that way. I don't see these movies having merits. And it sucks because I wanted Thunderbolts to be a big hit, and it started out good, and I was happy for it because I really feel like these actors they're good actors. They deserve reputation, but the things they're attached to aren't making the waves in the public that Disney and Marvel expect and want, but they're not listening. And that's the big problem. But the main thing I think is really the writing. The writing has gone so bad and so just kind of like they don't know how to write. They don't know where to take these films anymore, and I think that's the problem.
That's it right there. You got to find a direction, right? You acquire Fox, so when you acquire Fox, now you've got fucking Daredevil. Now you've got the Fantastic Four. Now you've got the fucking X-Men. Are you kidding me? That's the British Spider-Man and X-Men. It's not Avengers. Spider-Man and X-Men is Marvel's bread and butter. Now, in movie terms, yes, Avengers, definitely. And then Spider-Man. They needed to come out of the gate swinging. This slow burn that they're doing does not work. That's why I think last year, Deadpool Wolverine was so important. Because it was like, we here now. We are here now. they didn't continue off of that because you look at that was $1 billion movie. Was the next entry into the Marvel Universe? No, that was Captain America 4, not $1 billion movie. Is the new Avengers a $1 billion movie? No. We'd be lucky if it scraps 600 million, 500 million, if that. Fantastic Four, like Gam I think said while I had to run to the bathroom, I was listening. Or even Jay, who gives a fuck? Who really cares? Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We've seen 3 Fantastic Four movies, right? This will be
And all of them flopped.
and they all flopped. This will be the 4th one. It's a Marvel movie. And we're like, all right, well, Marvel does, they do them well. This is, seriously, from Deadpool Wolverine, the first legitimate Fox property that they're going to do. Will they be able to pull it off? And if they do, kudos, right? If they don't, that's the question. Is it Marvel fatigue? Well, we'll find out a week later or 2 weeks later when James Gunn's Superman dropped. If James Gunn's Superman does not make what Fantastic Four makes, then, ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a big fucking heaping of it's superhero fatigue. Nobody wants it. Is Tommy Cruise gonna save the world again? Nah, because he's done. This is
that last movie bombed too.
I know, yeah. So it's like that's my thing. Marvel has their grand plan. We know what it's leading up to. We know it's going to Doomsday. They did that on purpose.
Absolutely.
They did that on purpose. And it's just like, we need y'all to come back. Yo, dude, listen. When the kid was 6, right? When that first Iron Man movie came out, and then he was 16 when Avengers came out, or the last Avengers movie came out, the young boy's in his 20s. They don't want to hear it.
You mean Tom Holland?
I'm talking about regular fans.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about a character or an actor.
No. And that's the thing. That's what I'm like. How does Marvel handle the Switch? They are. I think that's the thing. They got too big. And they were like, we can play the same game. You can't play the same game. You got to change it. This Doomsday thing to me feels like they're trying to change it because we're going to take Iron Man and we're going to make him Dr. Doom. I don't like it personally, but I am going to wait. I didn't see New Avengers in theaters. I have no plan on seeing Thunderbolts in theaters, right? Fantastic Four, there's an itch. If someone scratches it, I'll go see it in theaters. Superman, on the other hand, I'm all in. But again, I am a DC fan.
And that's the thing. I do think Superman just looked, out of all the trailers that I've seen with Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, Superman's the movie I would be putting my money to.
And that's
now
we got to come back to this. We got to come back to this because
yeah. Well, the other thing I wanted to say too is like, okay, but what if, even if Fantastic Four does great, but then the next Marvel movie does bad? How does that change?
No. So let's say this. If Fantastic Four does gangbuster numbers and then Superman does gangbuster numbers, then yeah, you know what? Maybe people just didn't want to see New Avengers. Maybe people just didn't want to see Captain America 4, right? And Captain America 4.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons for that, right? I mean, the number one reason is Ariel, the Little Mermaid, right? We're just saying. If Fantastic Four makes money, if Superman makes money, then there's no fatigue. It's all about, we don't want to see this, we don't want to see that. And then how does Disney pivot, right? That's the thing. How does it pivot? You look at Snow White, for instance, which is a weird thing to talk about when we talk about superheroes. But you look at Snow White, for instance, nobody wanted to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Hell no, nobody did.
Yeah, and it bombed badly. And I'm not saying New Avengers, aka Thunderbolts, is bombing. By no means is it bombing, but it did not. It is not coming up with the numbers.
It bombed so bad that the lead actress cried on social media about it.
What, Snow White?
Sucks to
Yeah.
suck.
Wow.
Snow White cried about being
She
bullied.
dug that hole herself, though. She said some pretty shitty things.
Yeah.
There was
She
some
did.
things.
And
All
I
right.
don't want to be the guy to say it, but it's like, yo, Rachel, I was here for you. You a Jersey girl. I was here to support. But god damn, you said some shit that shouldn't have been said. That's it.
Agreed. Now, somebody that's actually in the know when it comes to Marvel. Ba, 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 ba. I gotta do this now because JR is doing a fucking convention. Thanks, JR! Spider-Man says, besides No Way Home and Deadpool x Wolverine, I just don't see any reason to invest in anything Marvel has been putting out. Sure, Fantastic Four looks nice, but I'm not foaming at the mouth to see it. Yo, honestly, Spider-Man, true story, neither am I. You don't see me with a King Ghidorah neck wrapped around my neck, foaming at the fucking mouth, a la Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, 1991, one of the greatest movies ever made. From hey, he set it up. I knocked it down. But here, check this out.
Ghidorah!
Monsterverse Rodan comes in. I just want another Hulk movie. I'm on my hands and knees. Universal
Will never do it.
become unstable and become maestro of the maestro and have a new persona emerge. Listen, Monsterverse Rodan. Yo, that should happen. All right, check this out. You ready for this? I'm gonna throw this at you. That will happen. That will absolutely happen.
It won't
happen. No, it will. It will. It's not gonna happen in its own solo movie. It's gonna happen in Doomsday. You're gonna have that multiversal shit, and you're gonna have that version of the Hulk be at the right or left hand of Dr. Doom.
listen. He wants a solo Hulk movie, or he's gonna become the Maestro, and you might as well become the Maestro. Buster vs. Rodan. It's not happening.
You know, maybe Dr. Doomsday is gonna be a movie about him reversing everything and restarting, and it brings it destroys, so they can reboot fresh.
Hold up.
And then Hulk is Hulk. Iron Man never died, and it's just a fresh reboot. Robert Downey Jr. can be Tony Stark till he's 90. You know.
Did Jace read the comics? That's what happened.
I didn't know that.
That's the whole fucking point. It wasn't Doomsday. Was it Doomsday? Games, help me out here. What was? Remember when like the Ultimate Universe and the 616 came together? What the fuck was it called? No, it was Doomsday. He became God.
Yeah. I think it was Doomsday.
Yeah, it was Doomsday, and that's what it was. As Monsterverse Rodan comes back and says 2015 Secret Wars. Yes, actually, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was the Secret Wars where Doom became God Doom. That's what they're taking this from. I still hate the Doomsday thing because when I hear Doomsday, I think of the killer of Superman. That's and hopefully James Gunn is there. Hopefully James Gunn does his thing. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I want to say,
what do you want it to be?
I don't want it to be either one. Honestly, I want Marvel to succeed. I want DC to surpass Marvel because I'm a DC fanboy. I want them both to work, Like I want them both to work.
I kind of just want something new dominating the box office besides Cape shit personally, but
But what? Like what? Like Final Destination? Sinners. I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. If you haven't seen Sinners, go see Sinners. It's a fantastic movie, and they put it back out in IMAX this weekend. So, I mean, seriously, there's no fucking excuse. Just go see Sinners. You want original? Go see Sinners. That's all I'm saying. It's a great movie.
You want something fun and wacky? Check out Novocaine. That movie was great.
Yeah, that's already on fucking VOD.
Oh, I know, but I love that movie. It was great.
Listen, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I've always wanted monster movies to become the new thing. You know, superhero movies have been the thing for so goddamn long, and you know, you got things like the Monsterverse, and you got the Jurassic World movies, and you know, they could become the new mainstream.
And it kind of feels like that's where we're going. I mean, we got a bunch of kaiju and dinosaur movies coming out in the next few years. With
and there's kaiju in the superhero movies.
You're right. And with New Empire, I think we're not far from that. Either we're already there or we're getting there. But I feel like we're getting there.
All right, here we go.
Because we also have Cloverfield coming back too for its sequel. So.
Yeah, who knows what fucking year on that shit too? Because goddamn,
Monsterverse Rodan comes in. If these bombs, Marvel will pull out, fing, fang, boom, another kaiju to hop on that giant monster train. Listen, I ain't mad at that. You know what? We are overlooking one particular movie that actually made noise. Godzilla -1 won an Academy Award. Just come on. So
it did.
Boom is here. Yamazaki is working on Godzilla versus Hedorah, right? Did I say
Godzilla versus minus Hedorah?
Good God Almighty! Listen,
Godzilla subtracts again plus Hedorah.
Listen, not to turn this into a comics cons, but fuck me sideways. The first issue of Godzilla, Here There Be Aliens? The Exilians let off a fucking army of Hedoras, human-sized Hedoras. Oh shit! That's how the book ended.
That's dope. That's dope.
Spoilers, but good God Almighty, when I tell you that Godzilla, Here There Be, whatever the rest of it is, that is IDW's one of their greatest Godzilla books. It's a trilogy. The first one, the second one, and the third one just started this week. Fantastic! All right, I digress. That's 4. Still Rob's beating me by 1. I really just hope that the superhero genre can maintain. But I honestly believe streaming should put more focus on doing super specials. And by super specials, I mean instead of 35 to 45 minute episode of one thing, drop a 90-minute movie of the new Avengers, aka Thunderbolts. Do that on Disney Plus. You know what you would get for subscription services if Marvel was still a thing? It'd be insane. This is not an event movie, in my opinion. This is not something you need to run out and see. It's not. But if you put it on Disney Plus, bro, they're going to come. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. As long as it's not that bullshit Andor, fuck that shit.
Why did that show get a season 2?
Bro, I'll tell you this right now. I will give it one thing and one thing only. I really like that each and every Tuesday it dropped 3 episodes was 1 year. And they did it like, X years before Yavin, which is, Star Wars. I like that. So every year build up to basically Rogue One. The last 3 episodes build up. But people were going on a fucking tangent about, oh God, here we go. Hang on. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. Why I'm mad? I'm gonna tell you right now. Because that Andor shit is wet. And anybody who likes it, listen, I love y'all to death. You hear? You represent the show? Yeah, you like the Andor? Fine, no doubt. But come on, man. You know for a fucking fact. Whack! whack. That first season of Andor was terrible. The second season, yo, people literally said, I mean, across the internet, I just saw the greatest episode of Star Wars ever. The greatest episode of Star Wars ever. I'm a Star Wars fan. I've been around since the 70s. What do we see? Man, I watched it. It was episode 8 of Andor. It was episode 8. You know what happened in episode 8 of Andor? Let me tell you something. They chanted. They were chanting about their homeworld. I don't even remember where the fuck the homeworld was, like Ryloth. It wasn't Ryloth. Whatever it was. They kept chanting. Ba, ba, ba. And then, that was 15 minutes. The next 15 minutes was them singing the national anthem of their wherever the fuck they was from. Okay. Then they started a riot, and the stormtroopers came and started shooting people, and people were dying. And then the fucking the droid from Rogue One, you know, the hunter killer droid that actually has.
Was it like K-10 or something like that?
Yeah, KSO. They all came down. There was a bunch of. They came down. They started killing everybody. Stormtroopers shooting people. Bro, when I tell you, I get it. I understand the implications. I understand where people were like, listen, it's representing things that happen, Tiananmen Square and things like that. You know what? I don't give a fuck. That shit ain't Star Wars. Fuck you. That shit ain't Star. That's why I'm mad. Man, fuck, man. You know what? Fuck that. Okay, you know what? I am fucking angry. I am fucking angry. Fuck that show. I hate Andor. I said it at the end of season 1. This is fucking Andor. And you know what? Somebody told me straight up who liked the third 3-arc thing where this all happens. They said it was really good. I watched it this past weekend. I went to work this week. I saw him. I said, yo, what the fuck you talking about? That shit was corny. That shit was whack. What are you talking about, Star? This shit was stupid. Yo, he came to me on Wednesday and said, you don't need to watch the last 3 episodes of Andor because it's fucking whack. Yes, I know. Because it's whack. I know where the homeboy ends up. Take nothing away from Diego Luna. Fantastic actor. He does his damn thing. You know what? The acting is superb. But I know where these people end up. You know where they end up? Dead. They die. They die on Scarif. The fucking Death Star blows them up. I fucking hate this idea that we need to do this shit for Star Wars. No. Where the fuck is my Luke Skywalker show? You're wasting fucking Sebastian Stan on fucking Thunderbolts. He's Luke Skywalker, goddammit. Bring him back up. Fuck yourself, Disney. What are we doing? Oh my god.
Ray, where's your stress toy? Squeeze it.
Oh, the doctor said my blood pressure was high. I'm going to tell the doctor, yes, because of Disney. Because of Disney.
Disney gave me a heart attack.
Disney gave me hypertension.
That's why my shoulder and my neck is fucked up. Disney's fault. I just don't get it, man. I don't. There are certain things that work, certain things that don't. Listen, that I did not think the little kid Disney show, Skeleton Crew, never in a million years. I was like, that shit looks stupid. Watched one episode. I was like, okay. Because they don't force feed you bullshit. This is just Star Wars through a lens of when I was a child. And it worked. Do that. Just keep doing that. And you know what? Like, oh my God. Fuck Andor. That's all I got to say. Fuck Andor. I'm done. You know what? I'm done. Oh! I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
I am sorry. I think the superhero genre, I pray to God, or the comic book gods, that, you know, we are in a trying time right now. And again, look, maybe Fantastic Four rocks and kicks ass, and I hope it does. I really need DC to step it up. So if Superman is that step, great because you need both. You need Marvel, you need DC. Fuck around. You need Dark Horse throwing a new Hellboy movie at us. But you need that to thrive. We can't lose sight of that. And yeah, speaking of losing sight, I want to know something from you guys. What the hell is this? That's not it. There we go. What?
I have all the
It's the
answers, but
thing
I'll
we
wait
should have
for everybody
talked
to talk.
about last week.
Listen. All right, hang on. Gams. To my credit, to be fair, Supernova dropped before this. And I was so like, what the fuck? So then when I saw this later on, after I already reset what we were doing last week, this dropped. There was no way, and none of y'all seen it yet. I posted this shit up and said, what is this? I posted shit up in the group. What is this? It wasn't happening last week.
I didn't want to talk on it because of what I know about it.
That's the thing, because I was like, is this fake? But then I see the whole Toho thing at the end. This is official. But is it official or is it just marketing strategy? I'll start with you, Gam, since you want to be all, talky.
Okay, so from what I've gathered, this is like a Southeast Asian, like fucking, like Philippine area, like fan group that made this tribute for Toho, and Toho were so impressed with it that they posted it up themselves to help celebrate the 70th anniversary of Godzilla. And, even though we're in the 71st, it's fine.
Not 71st till November 3rd, buddy.
Fair.
Goddamn right.
But I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know where everybody's getting AI from. I'd never seen anything about that, but it looks cool. Green Atomic Breath reminds me of Zilla Jr. from the Godzilla animated series in 1998.
Oh, wait. As you say that. Monsterverse Dan, someone was a fan of Godzilla Jr. from the series. I won't believe otherwise. As
Exactly.
Dan, Green belongs to Godzilla series. I'm selfish. I'm with you.
Facts.
It's true.
But yeah, it kind of looks like minus one Godzilla, but with like freakier looking spines and like
ankle fucking spike.
Yeah, ankle spikes, and he's got this roar that almost sounds like MonsterVerse Godzilla's roar, but like different. And it's like an all new Toho Godzilla roar, maybe, if Toho's claiming this as their own. That means they'll claim even the sound effects. So, maybe we'll hear this roar in the future. I don't know. It's a cool looking it's a cool sounding roar. I like it.
I did like the roar. I can't lie. Chase, I'm not coming to you yet because you the
No, that's fine. I need to go last.
Yeah, you are the right hand when it comes to this.
I'm gonna hurt feelings.
Oh shit, son! Rob, what do you think about this new look Godzilla with the new raw and green atomic breath?
I'm gonna hurt feelings too. Kill this design. I'm fucking sick of it. This ties into why you mad. How you mad for that aspect. I'm sick of it. I'm bored of it. I don't want to fucking see it anymore. I love the green atomic breath. Do not get me wrong. But I'm going to be real. And it's not just because I'm a Shin Godzilla fan. But this whole pay respect to the Heisei era. Fuck it. I'm sick of it. Do something fucking different, please. Now, this is no shade. on the company, on the fans who did this, because Godzilla Minus One just came out. It won its Oscars. More love and appreciation to them, because goddamn, this is fucking beautiful. It was a beautiful goddamn short, but I'm digging a bit deeper. I'm sick of this design. I can't derive any joy from seeing this design. You gave new dorsal plates. That's fucking fine. Whatever. I am at the point where I have seen this design so fucking much, I'm sick of it.
So you're talking about the overarching thing, like with Godzilla the Ride and Minus One, and now this.
Yes. Now I know how motherfuckers felt when Toho kept using Shin Godzilla as a fucking promotional still for goddamn everything. Now I know how these motherfuckers felt, because I genuinely do not love seeing this design fucking everywhere, even if it's an offshoot.
So what about Minus Two?
Minus Two, I'm going to be honest with you, Chase. I hope the motherfucker looks emaciated and rotted, like a fucking living goddamn corpse.
I got you. You want Shin Godzilla sequel?
Yeah.
No, I do not want a Shin Godzilla sequel, because that movie ended perfectly and it doesn't need a goddamn sequel because it's just that goddamn good. Anyway, I just want something else. I do not want Heisei Part 2. I really don't. And it's not because I have a dislike or a distaste of that of Heisei, but it's just when you keep pushing a fucking silhouette, when you keep pushing a design and you change so very little of it, it gets boring. Mm-hmm. And for me personally, this is already getting boring.
Mm-hmm. That's how I felt in 2016. Legit.
That's how you felt in 2016?
From 2016 to what? 2024. That's how I felt.
I agree. Monster vs. Godzilla design absolutely needs a change. Oh, wait, we got that.
No, but see, Monster vs. Godzilla turned out in 2014. I said 2016. You know what I'm talking about. So slow to roll.
Well, we're talking about that Godzilla from that Shin Chan episode.
I ain't slowing my roll because I'm going to be fucking vocal about this. And I would have said the same goddamn thing about Shin Godzilla too.
It was there. It was exactly the same amount of years.
It was.
It's not longer.
And at this point,
not longer.
I want something different.
The difference is
this is a fan production. Yeah. Tried and true. Yeah, and I give them their fucking roses because they did a beautiful goddamn job with this. This is pristine. This is detailed. This is beautiful. It looks fantastic. Absolutely. But I'm already tired of this design. I really am.
It's only been like a year and a half.
I know, and that says something, doesn't it?
On some real shit, though, I'm going to jump on Rob's bandwagon. Hear me out. Even though we're going into the 71st anniversary of Godzilla, we did the 70th, right? What I would have liked to seen in this regard, what they did here for this, was not one Godzilla design. I would have liked them to do 70 years worth of Godzilla designs. You know,
absolutely.
I would have loved to see an evolution. And then if you want to, because Final Wars is not Final Wars. Final Wars is still dope. Because -1 was the end. If you wanted to end it there, fine. You wanted to do a different thing, give it, the green. Fine.
So like what Film Corps did a few about a month ago.
that they do every month.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What was that? I'm sorry.
So like you said, you wanted an evolution of Godzilla. So like what Film Corps did a month ago.
Listen, hey, time out. Film Corps, is that no, is it Film Corps?
Like the evolution of Godzilla's atomic breath that just came out like a month ago?
No, but all right, but hear me out. Film Corps does the things. They do a lot of things. They do the evolution of starships in Star Wars or Star Trek. I love Film Corps. I'm talking about in regards to this short in particular. This, whoever made this, what was it? Is it Chinese? It was a
They're called.
I think it was Hong Kong.
They're called Igloo Studios.
Okay.
Yeah.
Igloo
They
Studios.
are. I'm waiting to get into this, guys.
Listen, in a sense, I do agree with Rob. I personally love the -1 design, and I want that shit to continue. Yes, because it has that Hessite flavor thrown into it. But at the same time, it feels like a feral Godzilla. I like that. A feral Godzilla with fucking sense. But I agree with Rob. If this is a 70th thing, bro, show the evolution of Godzilla. It's 70 years. Do I gotta wait for 100 years? I'll be dead. We'll be dead. The world.
No, you won't. We're gonna live to the 100th. I already told you.
Yeah, you did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gibby. I apologize.
We we got those pacemakers. we got them for five for $30. We got them.
Like, yo, dude, all I'm fucking saying is it's just I feel like we're resting on laurels here. And I've been so fucking addicted to that of Shin Godzilla, Godzilla Ultima, Godzilla Earth for taking such radical turns with their designs. Getting something eventually that just feels so safe and complacent just feels like a disservice.
But that's exactly what Toho's doing, though. And that's the one thing I wanted to mention. The differences between this and Shin Godzilla and everything is that -1 won an award. Toho has already made it very clear. They're not wanting to take risks. They're wanting to make it safe and steady so they can continue financially. And
but at the same time, Shin Godzilla still made more money than -1 in Japan.
That's not what Toho's saying. That's not what Toho's saying.
Worldwide. I mean, honestly, we see.
I know, I understand worldwide, but it seems like they have a fucking boner for that of Japan.
Okay.
Well,
yes.
not anymore. Not after, because that -1 was direct revenue. They put out the movie themselves. So
Semantics aside.
Oh, come on. You can't semantics aside shit.
I'm going to semantics aside this. If this is all we're going to get, a dorsal fin change over the fucking years, like over the next 10 years from Toho, I'm going to be a bit bummed.
But
that's all I'm saying.
Understandable.
It's not just the dorsal fin change. Listen, there are very, and I will agree with this. There is very Hessite-like features in Godzilla's face in -1. 1,000%. But bro, that's like one of the most popular fucking features. You can hate the movies or not. That's what it was. But the whole design in general was like an amalgam of so much of the history of Godzilla. Then this short comes out. We get green breath. Yeah, because this shot right here, that's the end of -1. It just doesn't have the eyes bulging out of his fucking head. You know?
And Takashi Yamazaki said that is not what happens in the movie. He says he thinks it's hilarious that people say that the eyes do not bulge out of his head.
His eyes are bulging out of his fucking head in the movie.
No, he said the white foam from the sea on the side of his face, people thought were his eyes, and that's not what it was.
Oh, come on, man. You know what?
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
He says that in the fucking commentary DVD bonus feature.
Then maybe go back and fix that because Bro's eyes is white.
The end of Godzilla -1, when he comes back up and his eyes are bulging, that shit was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, not bulging, popping, like they popped out of his sockets.
They were bulging out of his fucking face like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. It was terrible. I hated that. That's the shot right here. Except the eyes are in. The eyes are in. They're green. I get it, but at the same time, Rob, listen, this is going to be Godzilla's design. But we don't know. Yamazaki might fucking switch it up on us. He might give us a fucking Raids Again design. He might give us a Mothra. He might give us a Godzilla, a King Kong versus Godzilla design. He might give us that.
And I would love that because the last thing I want is that amount of consistency with Godzilla's design. Because I'm sorry, motherfucker blew up and then crumbled into nothing. He is not going to look the exact same way he did before that. All I want is a proper evolution of the character.
Not
I just
only
want to change. That's
his
it.
face blew up.
Because I don't care if Heisei is fucking popular over everything goddamn else. There's still a fucking problem with that. There's still a fucking issue with that. It's
no issue. There's no
no,
issue.
there is an issue because between Heisei, because from 1985 to 1995, there were changes, absolutely, but they were so fucking minimal.
Yeah, because
They were.
works.
And I genuinely hate that.
Why?
Because from 2016 and 2019, we got so many different sporadic, different fucking Godzillas.
Even all the way up to 2023.
I don't want to see, oh my God, we changed like 3 inches of his dorsal fins anymore.
Or
I don't want
2021.
that. I just want to see the fact that bro recovered from being blown the fuck up and then crumbling into nothing. I don't want Shin Godzilla Part 2. I don't. I want to see that this character suffers. I want to see that this character reforms. I don't want him to randomly fucking show up in his first goddamn scene and bro's perfectly fine. I just want something different.
You want Franken Godzilla?
Not even Franken Godzilla. Just do something different. Because I really do dislike, not hate, dislike, because hate is a very strong word. Plain White Tees, great album. Anyway, fuck. I just want to see an evolution of the character. I don't want it to be such minuscule and absolutely fucking just tiny fucking alterations. If Toho is going to go full frontal with this shit and they're going to do, let's say, a fucking 6-movie deal with Yamazaki, I just want to see more. Changing the dorsal fins don't mean a goddamn fuck worth to me. Because if you're changing dorsal fins, you should be changing at least a little bit of everything else.
I feel you, but here's where I got to push back. If it's in the same universe, I get the idea of him coming back together, and there should be some kind of a showcase of him not all being there. But if this is going to be a continuous thing, let's say for the next 5 to 10 years, then this is your look, bro. This is it. This is it. Because Toho has not strayed from that. You go back to the Showa era. Yeah, there was some weird ass looks, right? But it was same Godzilla. I mean, for the love
67, of God, let's go.
But for the love of God, Toho is out to make money now, bro. They're not gonna put something goofy up on the fucking stage where people be like, nah, you know what? Fuck this. They're gonna put what -1 did because they make -1 money.
Then show me -1 reforming. Don't show me -1 perfectly fucking fine.
No.
Show me this character. Show me this fucking piece of cinematic history suffering. I don't want to see -1 Part 2, the design again. I don't.
But how do you want that suffering to be portrayed? As an anger?
No, I want it to be portrayed visually. We already got the anger.
But then Godzilla's personality and how he acts.
Well, yeah, you can have that in his personality, absolutely. Bro fucking got blown up and got fucking turned into goddamn fucking ground beef. Of course he's going to be angry.
Got turned into fish food.
But just like the Gamera trilogy, his design evolved throughout the 3 movies. His design was completely in tune with how he felt about humanity. As the trilogy went on, he became sharper, edgier. He became a bit meaner looking. I'm not saying I want that exact to the date with Godzilla, but it's like evolve the design to a point where I can tell. Evolve to the point where I can buy a Movie Monster series figure and I know it's not just a fucking remold with a new dorsal fin plug in his back. I just want to see a gradual and loving evolution that isn't just the same thing over and over again. I'm not asking for Shin Godzilla Part 2. I don't want Shin Godzilla Part 2. I want -1 Part 2, but I want to see the character. I don't want to see Heisei Part 2. That's my main thing.
Yet that's exactly what it seems like we're going to get. Jesus Christ.
And if that's what we get, I'll be fine. I mean, regardless, I'm a figure reviewer. I'm going to buy the toys, tried and true. That's the facts of the matter, whether he evolves or not. But all I'm saying is you have this character that is able to do such otherworldly things. Why keep it the exact same? Why do minimal changes when you can have a bit of fun with it? Why do nothing when you can tweak with it?
And that's all Toho's fault because they've been trying. You got to understand, they've been trying to find something to stick since 2016, and they
Or if
haven't.
you even want to go
something to
further
stick.
back since 1999.
Yeah, sure.
All games. Yeah, absolutely.
Toho's just wanting to play it safe.
Then me and Toho are going to be bumping knuckles over some shit because I
Well,
just want to see a gradual evolving of the character and not just see him, oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I fucking had my head blown off. I'm exactly the same as I was in 2023. I just don't want to see that.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If Kaneko had an opportunity to make a second movie, do you think from the beating heart at the end of GMK, we would have gotten something radically different from what his Godzilla was?
Absolutely. Because that's Kaneko to a T. Again, look at the Gamera trilogy. He had that shit on lock. He had thematics and everything on fucking lock. There was more than just a movie deal for a singular movie with Kaneko. The dude was doing it from the very fucking beginning. There was concept art and everything from the very fucking beginning. And all I'm asking is just a gradual evolution. Again, I'm not asking for Shin Godzilla 2. I do not want Shin Godzilla 2. That movie did what it did, and it's fine the way it is. A sequel would ruin it, personally. But when it comes to Godzilla -1, what is Godzilla's like major fucking like character? It's just like, yeah, he's this immovable force, but he's also this character that shouldn't belong.
No,
He's this character that's suffering. He's angry. He's everything in between. All I want is just a gradual design change. I don't want fucking, oh yeah, we changed his chest. Oh yeah, we changed his brow. Just get angrier as the movies go on.
Listen, let's go to the comments. Spider-Man comes in. I would like a new Godzilla roar for Toho Godzilla.
That's facts.
Yeah, they've been reusing previous roars way too much.
Speaking of reusing roars, Monsterverse Rodan comes in. I've been looking at the design and its origin since the Always to Sunset design in 2007. Sorry. I need them to move on from this design, spice it up. I think that's
factual, Rodan. I'm dapping you up and I'm buying you a beer.
I will say I feel like that's still an overstretch. I don't feel like we're there yet where this design's been overused. I mean, I still feel like Shin Godzilla passed that way too much. They fucking changed their statue to be Shin Godzilla. They haven't done that yet with -1. I don't think we're there yet with this design, especially because they're just riding on the success of this movie. The design is just what they like because it got them a fucking Oscar. Or
I'm gonna agree with Chase there. In that regard, right? Spider-Man loves film course videos, and also, none of you will die. I know Mephisto. Oh, thank you. I love you.
Let's fucking go with the one more day reference.
Yeah,
I'm a hypochondriac, so knowing that Spider-Man, that makes my heart sing.
Oh man, it's so fucking awesome. Well, listen, as I say this with all the purity in my heart, I love you all here. But right now, the New York Knicks are in the second fucking quarter, and I can't fucking watch it here in the den. I gotta get out. I gotta leave. I gotta go to the bear cave. I gotta go because this is a do or die game, right? So listen, I know I don't do fucking sports nor politics, maybe now and then, but I gotta say,
I thought it was Chase's turn.
yeah, you don't want me to tell you exactly what this is?
Okay, Chase, go ahead, do it.
So let's all take a breath.
Just make it a quick breath.
Let's take a breath. Let's take a breath. Rob, just to let you know, this is an AI promotional video done by a Korean studio called Igloo Studios. It was announced back in November of 2024, part of the globalization attempt for Toho to establish globalizing Godzilla and also commemorating or honoring the 70 years of Godzilla, which is why they've added 24 legendary MonsterVerse Godzilla and their new Godzilla in play. It is heavily AI used. The buildings in the back have been mashed up and looked. There have been shots, if you piece it together, that you can tell it's AI. The dorsal plates are AI photos. If you look up Godzilla AI photos, those dorsal plates come from AI photos. The point is, though, it's just a promotional video to just say, hey, we love you, Godzilla, and we're happy you're expanding Godzilla to our territory, which is South Asia. It's just a promotional video. Toho has not made a statement on this video at all. They've only, and it wasn't even like the legitimate Toho pages have even posted it. It's Toho America and Toho South Asia, which are partner companies of Toho. Only they're the only ones talking about. The only thing Toho is talking about right now is Takashi is making the ride, which apparently is going to segue into -2. And as you see in that little picture they put for minus the ride, it's still the same design as -1. But that's if it actually ties in. But however, just to avert anyone here, I don't know why they chose green. I think it just has to do with the AI they used. The point is that this video is not going anywhere. This design is not going anywhere, and this isn't any different from the past promotional Godzilla videos we've gotten. We've had several promotional videos where Godzilla's design has been changed just for the sake of promotional issues. And this is the same case here. All it is, and I spent 3 hours yesterday trying to find as much information as I can, and that's what I dug up. It's just a little fun video that the company wanted to do to say thanks to Toho and thanks to Godzilla. And it's not going anywhere. It's not changing. And that's the thing with me. Why am I mad? Because news articles are saying it's a new Godzilla design that's going to be used. And why Godzilla's changed and everything. It is not going to be used any further from here. Takashi is the one animating the film, not this Korean company. He is working on his Godzilla movie in the sequel he wanted, and he's always claimed -1 is his baby. That's his IPL Godzilla design. We'll see where it goes from there. I do agree it would be interesting to see some changes with -2, but regardless, I'm going off, and I want Ray to watch his basketball or whoever the Knicks are.
That's right, basketball.
Look,
Go, New York, go, New York, go.
Everybody just relax about this. It's an all AI generated video. It's not going anywhere past here. It's not even being talked about by Toho at all. So it's just relax. It's not anything we're going to be seeing in the future.
Don't tell me how to feel, Chase.
Well, I hate the green. I hate this design. I hated the changes they made to this thing. I thought it was trash, and I'm so glad that I took 3 hours to find actually what was going on, because there's nowhere Toho talking about it or dousing the flames to this, but it's just from a studio saying thanks, and it's part of Toho's globalization of Godzilla. Why they chose green, I don't know. I think it's just the AI. I think it's also copyrighted. Toho just gave them permission, but said, we don't want you to use certain things just because we don't want to have to go through the rights and all of that, and we're trying to make it as cheap for you guys as possible to do this. I think that's exactly just what's it. It's not going anywhere further from here. It's not something we're going to be seeing in -2. It's not going to be anything we see down the line. It's just going to stop right here just to be a promotional video. And it even says that. It's just a short film.
Joke's on you, Chase. Godzilla's actually fucking Irish, and this is the spin-off that's going to pair Godzilla versus Leprechaun.
Well, that's fucking dope.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Now, however, Godzilla in the comic books, he's green. He does have green, but it's not. What I found legitimately just says this is just a little video to say, hey, thanks, and that's it.
My dick hurt.
So everyone can breathe and check your blood pressure and, kiss your cats. It ain't going any further.
Cool.
Right. In that regard, I want to say thank you for everybody out there who's been here with us. This shit should have been over a half hour ago, an hour ago, actually. I'm fucking gonna watch the game. But no, starting with you, Gams, Johnny Come Lately. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. I mean, I was late to being early, technically, but it's fine.
That's true.
Happy to be here regardless. Rob, I'm going to be talking to you after the podcast. We talk spoilers.
We have a lot to talk about.
Brother Chase, thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys.
I love it. And Rob, again, from the great state of the tri-state, my brother, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun chatting with you guys, no matter what, whether we agree or disagree. I love all y'all. I love fucking talking about whatever with all y'all. It's always fun, and I always look forward to it. Much love, much appreciation.
And that'll do it for this episode of the G Show podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am G1, and I just want to let everybody know, look up.
Eyes up.